On a beautiful night for football, we welcome you into Kingston Stadium here in Cedar Rapids as we get ready for Jefferson Senior Night here tonight. Week number 7 of the 2025 high school football campaign, as it will be the Jefferson Jayhawks entertaining the Bettendorf Bulldogs. Welcome in here to the Bob Brooks Press Box on CRMLiveSports.com. Scott Unash, Coach John Haggerty with you on another absolutely gorgeous night for football. We thought we couldn't beat last night. Well, we may have just done that. 69 degrees right now. The only difference between last night and tonight, John, we had a south wind last night. It's turned around 180 degrees. We got a north wind tonight at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. But just being on the field down below earlier tonight, it is just about ideal for football.
If you're a player, this is what you live for. A giant cool night. As soon as it starts cooling down a little bit, it's going to be perfect for football. What do you like to call it? Chamber of Commerce weather, I believe?
Yeah, it is. It is Chamber of Commerce weather here tonight. We got a matchup here between a pair of teams that at times this year have looked very, very good. That could play with anyone. And then there are other times that things kind of haven't gone their way, with Bettendorf coming in at 2-4, Cedar Rapids Jefferson coming in at 1-5. The Bulldogs still with an outside possibility, if they can run the table, of going 5-4 and getting in to the postseason in Class 5A. For Jefferson, it's a really talented group, especially of skill positions that are going to be making their last appearance here at Kingston Stadium, trying to continue to build things for head coach Ed Miles and Cedar Rapids Jefferson. As we welcome you into the Jersey Mike Subs pregame show, brought to you by Jersey Mike's, a sub above. There are 3 locations here in the metro. Edgewood Road on the southwest side in the Westdale area, the east end of Marion at 151 and 13, and the Fountains on the northeast side. Again, big thanks to Matt Arusha, everybody at Jersey Mike Subs. They're terrific, and they are a sub above. And John, it's been a while since these two teams have met on the gridiron. In fact, you got to go back to 2014, the mid-2014, 14 and 15 season, if you will. And before that, a game that you remember, unfortunately. Bettendorf people have a lot better memory of that semifinal on a Saturday afternoon at Tuvel Stadium back in 1992 when Bettendorf beat the Jayhawks 14-0. Then prior to that, of course, it was MVC play from 1969 to 1977 when these teams met on an annual basis. So they haven't met too many times, though, since 1977. Jefferson owning a 9-4 advantage as far as this series is concerned. But going to renew a rivalry tonight.
It's good to see these two teams play each other because both of them are known throughout the past as hard-hitting teams with a lot of great tradition. Man, you go back to some of those games in the 70s when Jack Fisk and Merv Hobenick were butting heads with each other. Those were some of the most vicious and brutal games I ever saw. But, yeah, 2 hungry teams here tonight, searching for respectability for Jefferson, to be sure, and they want to go out. Especially the seniors want to go out tonight. Their last game at Kingston Stadium, the old gray lady, they want to leave with a win tonight. Bettendorf, as you said, they've still got a pretty good outside chance at getting into that top 16 and getting a playoff berth, although it'll be a very low seed. They still have a lot to play for in terms of postseason hopes.
Yeah, Bettendorf, after tonight, will end at home for a pair of games. The Kennedy Cougars will come in next week in what will be an elimination game for one of those 2 teams, and then Dubuque Hempstead to close out the year. So it's not inconceivable that Bettendorf can end up 5-4. And like we mentioned, both these teams have had their moments. And for Aaron Wiley and Bettendorf, I mean, coming down to College Community and beating Prairie in week 3, 14-11. Are we going to get that Bettendorf team tonight, or are we going to get a Bettendorf team that fell up at Dubuque Senior 34-16? That is the question.
And I'm sure that's what head coach of Bettendorf, Aaron Wiley, is asking his kids every week when they come out and put the uniforms on is, well, who are we going to be tonight? Are we going to be the hammer or are we going to be the nail? In that Prairie game, which was absolutely an upset in almost everybody's eyes, I watched that game closely, and I'll be honest with you, Prairie fans aren't going to like this, but the Bulldogs out-hit them that night, Scott. They were just the more physical team. And I think that's going to be one of their keys to this game tonight is can we come out and be that physical team that upset Prairie.
And for Jefferson, a terrific bunch of skill athletes. You start with Vernon Benda, LJ Nienow Jr. Benda has had a terrific senior year. Has thrown for 1,241 yards, 60% completion percentage, and 8 touchdowns. LJ Nienow, a little bit slowed by injury early in the year, but still upwards of 30 catches and a couple of touchdowns. It's interesting. For Bettendorf, you don't see a Bulldog team that is 28th in offense very often.
No.
You don't see a Bulldog team that is 35th out of 36 in rushing. With less than 100 yards per game. I mean, that's unheard of.
Yes, it is.
You think back to the Tavian Bankses and people like that. They've had terrific tailbacks over the years over there at Bettendorf, but still have not been able to really consistently rush the football. And for Jefferson, they've been able to move the ball. Two things have stopped the Jayhawks. Some leaky tackling and then 48 minutes. Jefferson has played 24. They've played 36. They just cannot put together that 48 minutes with a lot of guys playing on both sides of the football.
Yeah, and one of the reasons is that they just have so many guys that are going both ways and almost literally never come off the field. Now, the coaching staff at Jeff has done a good job of trying to implement a rotation system where you keep them as fresh as you can. But when you're playing some of these high-powered teams that frankly don't have any two-way players, they're just platooning. I mean, that really makes for a tough second half for Jefferson, and that's where they've, in some tight games that they've been in, they've let it slip away in that second half.
Yeah. Coming your way on the Jersey Mike Subs pregame show. When we come back, we're going to hear from Jefferson coach Ed Miles as we get ready for the Jayhawks and the Bettendorf Bulldogs here at Kingston Stadium on Jefferson Senior Night. So we'll take a break, come back with more from Kingston right after this. At Jersey Mike's, we've offered a sub above since 1956. It starts with bread, fresh baked in our stores every day, topped with quality meats, cheeses, and ingredients sliced and grilled right in front of your eyes. And don't forget to add the juice, the red wine vinegar and olive oil blend that gives a Jersey Mike's subs its exquisite zing. Stop in and visit Jersey Mike's now at their 3 metro locations in the Fountains on the northeast side and on the east end of Marion near the corner of Highways 151 and 13 and Edgewood Road in the Westdale area. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths, your home never looks so beautiful. Plumbing fixtures, a great variety. Transform your home with Plum Supply. Our kitchen designs are amazing. Our service is priceless. Plum Supply, touch and see. Plum Supply kitchens and baths, your home never looks so beautiful.
The Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building Trades Council represents 18 building trade unions in the corridor. Each union provides skilled workers for construction projects throughout the area. Union workers are highly skilled professionals who are determined to better their communities. The building trades unions are always looking toward the future. Training in registered apprenticeships is available. Visit their website at cricbt.org for more information. The Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building and Trades Council, committed to getting the job done right the first time. Are you looking for one unique workout location that combines everything you're looking for? The House of Iron is redefining the Cedar Rapids area fitness landscape. House of Iron isn't just another gym, it's a sanctuary for anyone seeking to transform their life through physical and mental well-being. Sporting state-of-the-art equipment and hexagonal lighting, not only is the space illuminated with a sense of energy and purpose, you will be too. Take advantage of our other amenities like a cold plunge, a sauna, ultra-modern locker room, showers, and a picture and posing room, and more. House of Iron offers monthly memberships as well as personal training sessions for people of all ages and ability. Whether you're a seasoned fitness enthusiast or just beginning your wellness adventure, House of Iron promises to be more than just a gym. It's a beacon of hope, positivity, and vitality. House of Iron with 2 locations on the west side and in the historic World Theater Building downtown. Back with you on the Jersey Mike Subs pregame show, getting ready for Jefferson and Bettendorf. And Ed Miles, the head coach of the Jayhawks, joining me. And Coach, boy, another one last week that right in there against a really good team on the road, and just little things again, kind of like a broken record this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds that way. Yeah, we just haven't finished in the fourth quarter in the majority of our games. We've been in it, in those games besides the Prairie game, and we just have not carried out that same momentum through the first half into the whole second half. So, but we've been no excuses. We got to still do our job. We've been in and out of with injuries to some key players and things of that nature and stuff. And you have those years, and you just got to keep fighting. And hopefully, the young guys are watching and understanding the things what to do and what not to do. And but I still believe we got some good leadership. I see the efforts that guys are trying to put in and keep the team up. And they have something to fight for tonight. It'll be the first fight for the first victory in my tenure on senior night. So we're fighting for the seniors tonight.
Yeah, one last time to walk from Jefferson over here, one last time to be on the turf here at Kingston, so a lot to play for.
Absolutely, and those are that's a special moment with the parents walking down with the seniors and them understanding, hey, this is your last time playing here at Kingston this year, and you want to make it memorable. And I know that they're prepared the right way. We just got to go out there and we just got to execute, and that's been the biggest issue for us this year. Is the key moments within the game and plays that you would like to have back, but it's about focus and going out and doing our jobs. And on defense, we got to tackle.
Seniors, one last chance here, guys like Vernon and LJ and others to get out here and make a statement.
Yeah, and those guys have put their heart and soul into this program and for this school. When guys are talking and say, hey, we're going to go to this school or go to that school, those guys are dead set on, hey, we're going over to Jefferson and change the culture. And I think I'm proud of those guys. Great careers. Really have done everything that we've asked of them to do. Obviously, it's not the season that they wanted to leave, but there's still a lot of things to fight for. And first, it starts tonight with trying to get a win and start creating a new streak.
Well, and you mentioned building the foundation. It just continues and continues. A couple good classes in a row. Freshmen are doing really well tonight, so just keep that culture building.
Yes, absolutely. We got some good classes coming in the 8th grade and 7th grade class that are up and coming, and so that's always encouraging to see exactly what you have coming through your program. Very excited, very encouraging, and also with some of the guys in the freshman team this year that I think can really make an impact for us next year.
Well, going against Bettendorf, a perennial power, but boy, I've seen, and you probably have too, they look really good at times, and then they can not look really good at times. So how do you put this together?
Yeah, absolutely, like looking in the mirror, right? When you look at Bettendorf. Yeah, some real good wins. That game of versus Prairie was a really good game. But it's just like, as you watch it on film, it's like there's moments in which they would like to have back, and it's just like breakdowns in coverage or missed tackles and things of that nature. And so I'm definitely not counting out how good of a team they are and that they can be. It's just like, for us, it's just our focus on us. We just got to go out and offense, we got to execute. Defense, we got to tackle, and we got to play with toughness. And if we do those things, we'll be in the game to the end.
3 weeks of good football left, right?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what I mean. It's like new streak, start something positive tonight, and then you look for the next game next week. But like, everything starts tonight, and we'll have a good crowd and a lot of things to fight for, beginning with fighting for the seniors. And that's the biggest thing for us, playing for one another. Coach Franklin gave a great talk about playing for each other, and through the battles that these guys have had, especially these seniors, and they've been through the bad times, and this is just a hiccup. But I think those guys are going to come out. I think their focus is here where it needs to be. I think you're going to see a different team tonight.
All right, sounds good. Best of luck on senior night, Coach.
All right, thank you. Go Jayhawks.
Back with more from Kingston right after this.
Spinal Corrective Center, PC, 3800 River Ridge Drive, Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Dr. Gene Kretzinger and Dr. Janet Kuehl provide education to families on healthy living and wellness. If you want to reach optimum health and peak performance levels or are suffering from injury, pain, and other health problems, the chiropractic care they provide can give you relief and stability. Spinal Corrective Center PC has over 50 years combined experience in chiropractic care. And athletes, let us help you perform at 100% through sports chiropractic care. Call today at 393-3996 to schedule an appointment or go online at spinalcc.com. Spinal Corrective Center PC, delivering quality chiropractic care for the body to function at its highest level. Your search for healthy, fast casual in the downtown is over. Whether it's a quick bite you're looking for or a freshly made smoothie, Stack Wellness Cafe has expanded healthy eating in downtown Cedar Rapids. Business professionals as well as gym goers are singing the praises of our freshly made wraps and breakfast bowls, while the smoothie lover can choose from a variety of nutritious fruit and protein options, including your choice of adding the newest frontline supplements. For a fast, healthy, and convenient downtown option, look no further than Stack Wellness Cafe. Bim Ritter Sportswear in Cedar Rapids is your complete apparel and headwear provider. Bim Ritter is your one-stop store for screen print and embroidery for polos, t-shirts, hats, and more for any age from newborn to adults. Need screen printing or embroidery for your company or a special event? Bim Ritter is the answer, as they work with local teams, clubs, organizations, and businesses from startup to finish to provide the look that you need with exceptional turnaround time. Bim Ritter is also the local apparel supplier for the Cedar Rapids Colonels and Rough Riders. Bim Ritter Sportswear, 817 2nd Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids. Call them at 364-3479 and visit them online at bimritter.com.
Senior night activities continuing here. The Band of Blue, football, boys and girls cross country, girls tennis, you name it. They've been introduced tonight here, John.
If you're in some activity at Jefferson, and I don't care what it is, you were here tonight, you were introduced, and by and large, you may have had your bio read.
Indeed. Game time conditions here. We're down to 68 degrees, north wind about, I'd say about 10 miles per hour, so that will be a little bit of a factor here for this one here tonight as Jeff and Bettendorf go at it. For the 14th time overall, some big games are going to be keeping an eye on, and the biggest one perhaps is already underway. And first quarter, it is Cedar Falls leading Prairie 3-0 in the early going in that one up at the brand new, second year Cedar Falls High School. Time to take a look at some keys here to our ball game tonight between Jeff and Bettendorf. They're brought to you by the Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building Trades Council, representing 18 building trade unions up and down the corridor. Apprenticeships available online. You can find out more at cricbt.org. And what are we looking for in week 7 here tonight?
Yeah, I've got 4 things. First of all, I'm going to say that I really enjoyed what Coach Ed Miles said. He was very honest about his teams and assessed them, I think, about as well as it could be said. Here are my 4 keys. Number 1, they've got to have a competition for 48 minutes. That's the number 1 thing. They can't come out, have a hot start, and then let up in the second half. Number 2, big explosive plays of 20 yards. Jefferson's capable of doing that, Scott. They need to do that in all 4 quarters tonight. Number 3, their defense has got to match the physicality of Bettendorf. And that's going to be one of the tougher things to do tonight, because when this Bettendorf team is on, they will hit you. And then finally, Jayhawks have got to eliminate their penalties and mental mistakes. And if they can do all those things, it'll be a happy senior night.
There you go. Keys to the ball game presented by the Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building Trades Council here tonight. Our starting lineups, they're presented by Plum Supply Kitchen and Bath. Remember to make Plum Supply your starting spot for your kitchen and bath remodel, located at 1716 Blair's Ferry Road Northeast here in Cedar Rapids. For the Jefferson Jayhawks, offensively, Jackson Woods up front at left tackle, 235 and a junior. Senior Colby Miller at left guard, 265 and a senior. Xavier O'Shea, another senior, 250, 6'2", 250 and a senior. Jaden McCauley, also 6'1", 215-pound senior at the right guard. See who's in the right tackle spot. Mace Bell is out tonight. He is in street clothes. He has some sort of a hand or wrist injury, but he will not go tonight. So we'll have to see who's going to be at the right tackle spot. Sam Williams, the sophomore, 6'4", 200-pound tight end in there for Jefferson. Vernon Benda, and the 6'2", 200-pound senior quarterback, 1,241 yards. He'll go over 100 completions on the season here tonight with 8 touchdowns. He's going to go down as one of the better quarterbacks that Jefferson has had.
Absolutely. Statistically, if Benda could get at least one playoff game under his belt, I think he'd rewrite the record book for passing for Jefferson, but that's obviously not going to happen. And yet, he's still got 3 games to put up some more big numbers.
Yeah, the wideouts led by L.J. Nineout Jr., the 6'3", 190-pound senior, along with Jermaine Robinson, 5'10", 115, a senior, Lucas Renard, the 6'2", 153-pound junior. We'll see also, among others, we'll see Austin Robertson out there catching passes as well for the Jayhawks. And Uweza Calalero, the running back, the 5'9", 175-pound junior. He has rushed for just about 650 yards this year, 5 touchdowns, and averaging 6.7 yards per carry for Jefferson. For Bettendorf, they've got a sophomore quarterback named Cannon Davis. And boy, oh boy, if there's a name for a quarterback, it's Cannon. He is a 6'1", 185-pound sophomore. And Davis so far this year, 81 for 139, 58% completion percentage. He has also thrown for 8 touchdowns this year for the Bulldogs. The top running back is Jack Wessel. He is a senior. Wessel, number 15, 6', 200-pounder. He leads Bettendorf as far as rushing is concerned. We'll also see Ben Whipple a little bit as well, 5'9", 175-pound junior. They got a really good wide receiver in Hayden Morrison, one of the best in Class 5A. Morrison, 6'1", 185, 40 catches, 579 yards, and 4 touchdowns on the year. And what's new, Bettendorf always has a good kicking game, kicker and punter, and they've got a good one. Cam Scoopum, I hope I am pronouncing that correctly. We were watching him in warm-ups. Young man's got a very nice leg. So.
Yeah, he's got a 51-yarder to his credit this year.
Yeah, so that is going to be a big part of it for the Bettendorf Bulldogs here this evening. They come in with a record of 2-4. Averaging 269 yards a game offensively, which is 28th in 5A. Jefferson 15th in 5A at 325 yards per game. Defensively, Jayhawks giving up 324 yards. Bettendorf giving up 314 yards a game. So those are your starting lineups, brought to you by Plum Supply Kitchen and Bath. And here come the Jayhawks out of their tunnel. The northeast tunnel with the smoke coming through the inflatable. And Bettendorf making their appearance out of the southeast tunnel. Bettendorf in the road whites with the black numerals, trimmed in gold, the black gold striping on the shoulders and the all black pants, and the familiar Bettendorf black helmet with Bet on the side with the gold and white striping. And Jeff going to go with the all blue tonight with the Columbia blue numbers trimmed in white with the white helmets and the blue pants as well. So just about set to get this one underway here this evening. Our first half is going to be brought to you by Spinal Corrective Center, PC, Doctors Kuhl and Kretzinger, delivering state-of-the-art chiropractic care for athletes and their entire family. 393-3996 is the phone number. Give them a call or check their website at spinalcc.org. The Jefferson captains, L.J. Nineout, along with Vernon Benda, Xavier O'Shea, and Jaden McCauley will go out, and the rest of the senior class will trail for the Jayhawks as they will meet the Bettendorf captains at the 50-yard line. Freshman game 1 tonight. It was a good one. In fact, Jeff led at half, but Bettendorf came back to win it 30-13 in the ninth grade game played earlier on this evening. As I mentioned, we'll keep track of everything on the Eagles Hideaway scoreboard. Only 2 more weeks in 2A, 1A, A, and 8-man, and some district titles can be won tonight in all of the classes. except for 5A. There is no district title or group title in Class 5A football.
If you're a follower of 5A, you've got your eyes all over the RPI index right now.
At the south end of the field to get started. Bring it in, gentlemen. Shake hands. Have a great night.
That's a nice mic.
That's a good mic tonight.
And a nice, strong voice.
Bettendorf won the toss. They will defer. Jefferson is going to get the ball first. As the Jayhawks in their all blue will go into the wind here in quarter number 1.
We've seen Jeff several times this year. They always come out of the chute fast. I'm sure they are challenged by their coaching staff to be ready at the first time you hit somebody, have it strapped up and be ready to go, and they have in the games that we've covered. So we'll see if they can carry that through again tonight and have a good start.
Jermaine Robinson and LJ Nineow will drop back for the Jayhawks. They'll be the 2 deep men, both good speed back there. As Jefferson's out there, still awaiting Bettendorf. And here come the Bulldogs out. Not used to seeing 2 and 4 next to Bettendorf, but that's the way it is this year. Jefferson 1 and 5. As we get ready for this one on a beautiful night from Kingston Stadium. Our opening kickoff brought to you by the House of Iron. No matter where you are in your fitness journey, you're welcome at the House of Iron, with 2 locations on the west side and in the former World Theater building in downtown Cedar Rapids. Online at houseofironcr.com. They kick off with the wind from left to right, and this one's going to go through the end zone. Forget it.
Man, that kid down at the end line.
That's Logan Barton country down
A
there.
little wind aided.
But I think he would have got there.
Yeah, it would have been in anyway.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Vernon Benda and the Jefferson Jayhawks. We'll see who will be in there at right tackle for Jeff. Prairie has come back with a field goal of their own to tie it up at 3 with a minute remaining in the first quarter up at Cedar Falls. So 1st and 10 for Jefferson. They're going to go with offset eye to the left. Calero will be the deep back. And Benda to change the play. He'll go with an audible and the hard count. And the toss to Ueza, trying to get to the corner, and does, and turned it up for about 3 or 4. Gets to the 24-yard line. As a following Cale Drexler, who's in there, who was pulling that time, the 6'2", 300-pound senior, for a gain of 4. As the tackle in there for Bettendorf, Henry Giles on the stop, 6'3", 190-pounder. Gain of 4, 2nd down and 6. Austin Robertson into the ball game. He'll go wide to the right side, 9 out to the left. Again, offset eye to this side. They'll run it short side. Calero got a good block, turned it up the sideline, and he will get all the way close to midfield. Turned on the Jets right there, and that's going to be a Jayhawk 1st down, and they're going to mark it at the Bettendorf 49-yard line.
Great burst of speed there by Calero, and when he got to the sideline, he put it into another gear overdrive.
So, good pair of runs on the first 2 plays from scrimmage for the Jayhawks. Jefferson has Braden Gaines in there, 6', 200-pounder. That's a fullback. They'll bring Nineow in motion around the formation to the right. And they will toss it that way with a flag down. Calero will get a short gain, only about 1 to the 48. And we'll see what this flag is about.
Thrown by the near side line judge, who is running in now to confer.
And I think it's going to be against Jeff. We will find out from our head referee here tonight.
Illegal shift. Offense. 2 men in motion at the same time without getting reset prior to the snap. 5-yard penalty. Replay. 1st down.
This is not the Arena League. Can't have more than 1 guy in motion.
Or Canada. So a 5-yard mark off, 1st and 15. Robertson and Nineow out to the right side. Gaines will stay in there as the fullback ahead of Calero. They'll go with a tight end to the left side. Jayhawk hard count. And Benda will fake the toss, rolling to the right side, throwing on the run, and the pass incomplete with another flag down. This one came out late.
Yeah, after the ball was on the ground from the incompletion.
Tried to get it out of the backfield to Gaines, and it's going to be against Jefferson again.
Well, one of the keys to the game we just talked about was eliminate penalties and mental mistakes, and on the first possession, here we are.
Ineligible receiver, offense, 69. Penalties decline, second out.
Penalty decline. It'll be 2nd and 15 after the incomplete pass. As Jefferson will get to the line of scrimmage. Evan Smith over there on the right tackle spot for the Jayhawks. 2nd down and 15. Trip receivers to the right. Out of the pistol. Faking. Benda back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. Got a Calero block. Down the sideline and hit hard and taken out of bounds by Bronson Ehlers. But he got down to the 37-yard line. Should be enough to move the chains for a Jayhawk first down.
Good scramble by Benda. We haven't seen him break out of the pocket much this year and take off on his own, but boy, he found a nice little seam there.
Yeah, Benda's not what you would call a prototypical runner.
No, he wants to throw the ball, not run it.
Got 17 there and a first down. Robinson into the ball game, split wide to the right. They'll go with the empty backfield. Calero in the slot. Now he'll come back on the right hip and now left hip of Benda. 3 in the play clock, 10 to play first quarter. Hand off at Calero up the middle, had a big hole and was whipped ahead to the 30-yard line for a gain of 7. Good job by the front line for the Jayhawks right there.
Yeah, they offered up a nice hole on the right-hand side there. And a couple of extra yards courtesy of a whiplash sort of tackle.
Threw him forward.
He actually gave him a few yards, didn't he?
2nd and 3. Jefferson's first drive of the ball game. They'll send 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right side. And no tight end in there right now. And here is the handoff. Calero on the sweep. Broke a tackle with another flag down. And it's coming back.
Would have been a first down by several yards.
Probably going to be a hold.
Holding, offense, 64. 10 yards for the previous spot. Replay, second down.
Evan Smith's going to get that call on him. On that right side of the Jayhawk line. So we've already had 2 penalties, 3 called, 2 accepted.
Man. And Jefferson's penetrated into Bettendorf territory. I mean, my goodness.
4-man front for the Bulldogs. Going with a nickel back right now against the 5 receiver look. They'll stack 3 in the slot for the Jayhawks. Calero coming to motion to the right, and they'll flip it to him. In the flat, got it at the 40 and hit from behind and pushed forward to about the 35-yard line. And we've got an injured Bulldog back in the backfield.
Yeah, and he is holding his, he's pounding the ground now. This might be a knee or possibly an ankle, and he is in some severe pain.
That's Armon Williams, senior defensive lineman, 6 foot, 220-pounder.
Didn't look like he really had much contact out there either. I'm wondering if it was a twisting and turning sort of a fall that he took.
So it'll be after the timeout. It'll be a 3rd down and 8 coming up for Jeff. No score, 8:48 to play here in our first quarter. There's Aaron Wiley out there and the training staff for Bettendorf. Bulldogs started off the season with a Saturday morning loss to PV after the rains on Friday night. In that big rivalry over there in Bettendorf, 24-17.
And when's the last time both Bettendorf and PV have gotten to the 2/3 mark of the season and neither one's got a winning record?
Yeah, Williams is up and walking off, so that's good to see. And it will be a 3rd down and a short 8, long 7 coming up for Jefferson.
If you're not in the stands here at Kingston tonight and don't have the viewability that we have, There's a lot of pink here tonight, Scott.
Yep, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, of course.
Everybody seems like they've got pink on somewhere, somehow.
Jefferson staff all wearing pink shirts with the Jayhawk logo on it. Third down from the 35 of Bettendorf. They need the 27 just prior to the 27-yard line. Cavalero the lone setback. And Benda in the pistol. Gets the snap. Back to throw. Under pressure. Caught, and down he goes. Ehlers the first one to get him. And it will be the first sack of the night for the Bettendorf defense.
Stayed in the pocket, which collapsed around him pretty much on both sides, and he could have maybe helped himself a little by throwing that into the dirt, but result would have been the same. Their punt team's coming out.
So Jefferson will punt it away. Tyler Bartlett, averaging 30 yards a boot, will come in to kick it away. And Bettendorf will send Williams along with Giles back at about the 10-yard line. High snap brought down, and he just got it away. Angling to the far side. Will take a sideways hop at the 20 and go out of bounds at the 18-yard line. 23 yards on the punt, but that one was almost blocked. So Bettendorf will get the ball for the first time. 7:40 to play here in the first quarter in a scoreless ball game.
Jeff did penetrate Bettendorf territory, got down to the Bettendorf 37, but just as a result of 3 hankies on the ground, weren't able to come away with any points.
So Cannon Davis in there at the quarterback. It'll be Ben Whipple. So a sophomore and a junior starting things off for the Bulldogs. 2 receivers, 2 left, 2 right. And they'll throw it into the flat. Catch made over the near side by the number 1 receiver, Hayden Morrison. And he will get up ahead to the 24-yard line for a pickup of about 5.
You're going to hear his name called a lot tonight. And these receivers for Bettendorf, they're tall.
Yes, they are. Always seem to have tall receivers. Morrison, Giles to the left. They'll be joined by 1 other receiver out there. They'll send the Caden Gray, 6'5", 200-pounder, to the right side. Davis to throw, backpedaling, throws it to Morrison again. Blockers in front, up the numbers, 30, 35, and he'll get to the 40-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 16 and a Bulldog first down.
Wide receiver screen to the wide side of the field, and there was all kinds of real estate out there. Some excellent stock blocking by the other receivers out there. And Jefferson's secondary not coming up and taking those guys on and trying to defeat their blocks. You're going to see a lot of that tonight until Jefferson gets more aggressive with that.
Line led by Owen Schurz, 6'5", 350-pound senior for Bettendorf. On that right tackle spot.
That's a dude.
1st and 10. Shotgun snap. Davis under pressure. Steps up. Throws in the run across the middle and broken up. Tried to get it to Gray, and a big stick put on by the Jayhawks to break it up. Did not see who that was for Jefferson.
You know, his jersey is so scrunched together, you can't see his numbers. He's got to pull that jersey down. Was it 33?
Might have been 18. Sheeler back there. That is a 1 and an 8. Nope. That is number 6. Tyree Turner. Nevertheless, it's 2nd down. Here's Whipple off the right side, and he'll push ahead across the 45 to the 46-yard line. As Whipple will go for 6. And it'll bring up a Bettendorf 3rd down as we come up toward the halfway mark of quarter number 1 here from Kingston. No score between Jefferson and Bettendorf. 3rd down 4 from the 46-yard line. Caleb Brown coming out to the right. Caden Gray also coming to the right. They'll go with a pistol look and an offset eye to the right. Shotgun snap to Davis. Throws the quick out. Catch made and hit immediately. Robinson on the hit. But it is going to be enough for a first down to Caleb Brown.
Yeah, this sophomore quarterback for Bettendorf Cannon Davis, he's got the cannon for the arm, and he is throwing it to the sideline here liberally on this first drive. Some big, long lateral passes. Trying to get the ball out in space with some one-on-one coverage against this Jefferson defense.
And Jayhawks giving them a pretty big cushion, too.
They are. Too much cushion.
1st and 10 at the Jayhawk 49-yard line. Davis back to throw again, now steps up. Going to run and hit from behind and pushed ahead to the 45-yard line. It's going to be about a run of 4. Tackled from behind by Keyshawn Weeks.
Yeah, he broke through the very front of that pocket and then had to jump kind of a side eye over to see where the downs marker was, make sure because he wanted to pass that ball, but he'd already gone a yard beyond it.
Darius Nixon, Nasir Ballard, Jaden McCauley, Keyshawn Weeks up front for the Jayhawks. Couple underclassmen in there for Jefferson. Jace Wendling in there along with Caden James and a linebacker. Whipple up the middle, big hole, 40 to 35, 30, and down to the Jayhawk 28 on a pickup of 17.
That was a gashing run. Left side of the Bettendorf line opened up a huge hole.
Demarion Clark Harrington coming out for Jeff. Tyree Turner back there leading that defensive secondary along with Jermaine Robertson. Caden James playing his final game here at Kingston Stadium. They'll empty the backfield and they'll throw it in the flat to Whipple. Got a block. Ball stripped. It's loose, and Bettendorf fell back on it at the 33-yard line. Going to be a loss of about 5. Jumping on the ball was Christopher Perkins, 250-pound lineman.
Yeah, he was right there. All he had to do basically was fall on it.
Going to be a loss of 5.
Nice hit, though, on a forced fumble there.
Mentioning Caden James, 4-year starter, the 5'10", 200-pound senior. Missed some time at the beginning of the year with a concussion, but he's back. 2nd down and 15. Davis lobs it down the left sideline, incomplete. Diving attempt by Brown, but he couldn't come up with it.
Davis, the quarterback for the Bulldogs, rolling to his left and a right arm. I say this all the time, but that's a tough throw, rolling to your left for a right arm quarterback, especially when you're throwing it deep downfield like that.
Yeah. Bettendorf 3rd and long. It'll be a 3rd and about 16. From the near side hash mark, 34-yard line, no score, 3:32 to play here in the opening quarter. Whipple will stay in the backfield. Now he'll empty. They'll go 5 receivers. They'll throw the middle screen. High catch by Morrison up the middle. And he's going to be way short of the 1st down. Going to end up at about the 25-yard line. It's going to pick up 9.
This will be a field goal attempt.
Yep. With the wind, it's going to be about a 42, 43-yarder.
Yeah, Cam Scupham has a 51-yarder to his credit already this year. He's 5 of 9 in field goal attempts.
So Scupham in there, Giles to hold. From the near side hash mark, from the 32, a 42-yard attempt. Low snap, dug out, kick on its way, plenty of distance, and it is good.
No problem.
42 yards on the field goal by Scupham. And it's 3-0 in favor of Bettendorf with 2:45 to play here in the opening quarter. We'll be back with the kickoff after this on CRM Live Sports.
Epiphany Dermatology is a full-service dermatology practice that treats all conditions of the skin, hair, and nails. Dr. John Woolner has been practicing and treating patients for over 30 years. Epiphany Dermatology has built a reputation based on reliable customer service and quality skin and hair loss treatments. Epiphany Dermatology also places a special emphasis on skin cancer prevention, screenings, and treatment. Call them to book an appointment at 363-9936 and visit their website at epiphanydermatology.com. Epiphany Dermatology, 5264 Council Street Northeast, Suite 700 in Cedar Rapids. At Hunt Graphic Innovations, it's the personal touch that counts. If you're serious about creating an eye-catching website or need assistance in graphic design for print, newsletters, posters, signs, or banners, Hunt Graphic Innovations has the experience to help get the job done. With personal attention and competitive pricing, discover the difference Hunt Graphic Innovations can make for you.
The kick actually hits the pylon in the back of the end zone and knocked it about 4 yards beyond the end line.
That marker's got to be a good 3 or 4 yards beyond the end line. That's crazy.
Yeah, Scuppam's got a real good leg.
Yeah, we were talking during that commercial break, that beautiful trajectory, beautiful symmetrical end-over-end kick, distance, all of it. That guy's going to be playing Saturday somewhere.
So 1st and 10 for Jeff. They'll start this drive at the 20-yard line. Calolero on the left hip of Benda. I'll go 3 receivers, 2 to the right. I'll send a man in motion. That's Robertson, and he will be the lead blocker. Little toss, Calolero to the corner, 20, 25, and good run. Tight ropes that sideline, and got close to first down yardage. Depending on the spot, he's close to the 30-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Calolero gets that corner turned, and he is off to the races.
He's got that burst.
We've seen that little quick pitch out of there. I'd like to see them line him up farther out to the side there. His pitch relationship with Benda looks a little too close to me.
Gain of 10, 1st and 10 for the Jayhawks. Wide side of the field to the right. Benda gets the shotgun snap. Looking, rolls right, now back to the left, now in trouble, and stood up. And it'll be a loss of about a yard. It will go down as sack number 2. And right now the Jeff receiver's just not able to get open. That was a coverage sack.
And their deeps are all a little too, the routes are too deep, Scott. They need to have some intermediate level routes, and they also need to have some safety valves in the flat.
Again, a loss of 1. With a minute and a half to play here in the opening quarter. 3-0 Bettendorf. Jeff with the 2nd and 11 at their own 29-yard line. 3-man front. Bulldogs showing blitz. Handoff Calolero. Hit right at the point of attack and brought down. Tried to run it beyond that little run blitz. Couldn't do it. And it's going to be 3rd and long for Jeff. As Williams will check out. Renard coming in for the Jayhawks. Turning into a little bit of a chilly night early fall.
He's getting shorter, boy. It drops off in a hurry when the sun goes down.
Yes, it does.
Perfect for football, though.
4 receivers, 3 up top to the right. 3rd down at 12 for Jefferson. And we got movement on both sides. Pointing at one another. Now, look to me as though the Bettendorf left side defensive end moved first, which caused the Jefferson man to move, but we'll see.
Here comes the answer.
And it was. It will be against the Bulldogs. As the Jefferson cheerleading section got going right as
The cheerleaders and the Palms are quite a throng down there.
3rd down now and 8 at the 32-yard line. Shotgun, here's Benda. He's going to run it himself. Now stops, throws, sideline, diving attempt, and incomplete. Try to get it to LJ9 now. And it will be a 4th down and more than likely a punting situation here for Jefferson after 1 first down. And punting into the wind is not going to be a whole lot of fun tonight. Henry Gillies and Maurice Williams will drop back for Bettendorf with 26 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Here's the punt, comes up to the 40-yard line. Here comes Williams, starting to the right, trying to cut it back, and got spun down. Good special teams play in there. Liam Wiesner on the stop for the Jayhawks. But good field position for Bettendorf, as they'll have it right on the stripe of the 50-yard line with 14 seconds to play in the first.
You know, going back to that kicker for Bettendorf, Cam Scuppam, Have we seen some nice kickers this year, Scott?
They're getting better each year.
They are. I marvel at their accuracy and their depth of field.
More than likely the final play of the first quarter. Here's Cannon Davis back to throw, stepping up, going to throw the bomb deep, man out there, over the shoulder, catch, touchdown to Hayden Morrison. Ran a post and just beat the Jayhawks secondary, 50-yard touchdown with 6 seconds to play here in the quarter. That was a pretty throw.
Yeah, hit Morrison in stride. And the coverage was a good 2 yards behind him. Morrison just smoked the secondary.
And tell you what, great call by Aaron Wiley and his offensive play calling staff, because you got the win for one more play. Why not? Extra point is good. 6 seconds to play here in quarter number 1, and it's 10-0 in favor of Bettendorf. Back with the kick after this here on CRM Live Sports.
In your search for a cozy, one-of-a-kind meal, make plans to visit Cava House Cafe in downtown Swisher. Stop in for breakfast and lunch at Cava. Mornings, try one of their homemade pastries, fresh scones, cinnamon rolls, muffins, coffee cake, or have a serving of hot breakfast casserole. The lunch menu includes a variety of hearty and hot cold sandwiches. The Texas smoked brisket is a fan favorite, or try one of their fresh, never frozen Angus beef burgers. And no meal is complete without a dessert from Cava's Pastry Cabinet. Their signature black bottom cake and carrot cake are worth every calorie. And top it off with a scoop of Dan and Debbie's ice cream. One visit for Sunday brunch and you'll be hooked. And be sure to check out Cava's gift shop for unique candles and gifts. Customers all say when you walk in the door, you feel like you've stepped into a Hallmark movie. Come share a random moment at Cava House Cafe in downtown Swisher.
Scuppin with the kick, and it's a little bit higher, but it's going to end up in the same spot. And that's the end zone. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Jefferson. One more play into the wind. And then they'll be rolling with that north wind, which is still sustained at about 10 to 15 miles per hour right now. Tell you, Cannon Davis living up to his name. That was one heck of a throw from the sophomore.
Got a strong arm to be sure, but he's tall drink water too, and he stands back there confidently for a sophomore.
So 1st down and 10. As Benda with one more play here in the first quarter. 7 on the play clock. They'll send a man in motion. That's Robertson back to throw. Benda throws the out and threw it way over the head of Robinson, incomplete. And it'll be 2nd down and 10 with 2 seconds to play here in the first quarter. 10-3. Cedar Falls has taken the lead with 5 minutes remaining before halftime up at Cedar Falls. Our embedded colleague, Steve Dozier, up there tonight. Receivers to the left, 2 of them, 1 to the right on 2nd and 10. Here is a toss to Calalero. Tried to cut it up. Maybe a yard, and that takes us to the end of the first quarter. After 1, it's Bettendorf 10, Cedar Rapids Jefferson nothing. Back with quarter number 2 from Kingston Stadium in Cedar Rapids right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
American Family Insurance agent Kurt Gustafson is committed to inspiring and protecting dreams right here in Cedar Rapids and the surrounding area. He starts by getting to know you and your needs and build a free auto, home, or life insurance quote. By bundling policies, we can often offer a variety of discounts. Whether you're purchasing a car, buying property, managing an investment property, starting a small business, or leaving behind a legacy, we've got your back as you pursue your dreams, and we'll help protect them. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. See Kurt Gustafson Agency of American Family Insurance on Johnson Avenue Southwest, right across from the Johnson Avenue Hy-Vee for more details. First Federal Credit Union has been helping homeowners for almost a century. Options are crucial when it comes to a first-time home purchase, mortgage refinancing, or a bill consolidation loan. Being able to select the absolute best loan for your situation can literally save you thousands of dollars over the life of the loan. Whether you're a first-time home buyer or an experienced homeowner, First Federal Credit Union will work to find the solution that is right for you. Learn more at firstfedcu.com. Member NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Scott Unash alongside John Hegarty. 10-0 lead for Bettendorf after one. Total yardage in the first quarter unofficially. 107 for the Bulldogs and 63 for the Jayhawks. Jeff now working with the wind here in quarter number 2. 9 now in there. Williams back in as the sophomore tight end. Austin Robertson and Jermaine Robinson out to the right side. First play, quarter number 2. Here's a shotgun snap. Vernon Benda. Here comes the corner blitz. Benda going to go deep down for 9 now. Beat everybody and turn. Did he make the catch? In bounds? No.
Wow.
With a little help from the Bettendorf assistant coaches over there.
I think the first thing that came down was his back because he had to turn around to wait for the ball to come to him, but must have just been on the white.
It was close. So Jefferson taking advantage of the wind right there. And it will be an incompletion. Caught the pass but out of bounds, and Bartlett to punt. As Jeff will have a 3 and out. And they're going to have to punt it from the 20-yard line. And I think Jefferson's missing a player.
Taking a timeout.
Yep. So timeout taken by the Jayhawks with 11:50 to play here in quarter number 2. Gives us an opportunity to take a look at the Emils Hideaway out-of-town scoreboard. Mentioned 10-3 Cedar Falls on top of Prairie. Dallas Center Grimes only with a 10-3 lead over Marshalltown at halftime. And we'll see DCG coming up in a couple of weeks from tonight. On chilly night, John.
Yeah, against the Cougars.
Which could have a lot on the line for both of those. Let's see what else we can find here. 14-7, Waverly Shellrock leading the Washington Warriors. I will go out on a limb and say this is the first ever football game for Wash at Waverly tonight.
Would not doubt that.
North Lynn 20-0 in the second quarter at home in rural Troy Mills, leading Midland.
Looking to stay undefeated.
To go to 7-0. Bartlett to kick it away with the win. No rush. Got it away. Nice kick, but returnable. Comes down. Giles at the 43 ahead, and he got upended nicely as he crossed the 50-yard line.
That was a nice solo form tackle.
Tyree Turner. And Tyree Turner, the #1 tackler for this Jefferson team.
And then the impressive thing about that was that Turner had to defeat a block, which took him to the ground. Then he got back up and made the solo tackle.
37 yards on the boot. And 1st and 10, Bettendorf with 11:39 to play here in the opening half. Bad thing is Jefferson only held the ball there for 27 seconds. Now they did have the quarter break. On first down, handoff right up the gut to Whipple, and not much, maybe a couple got to the 45-yard line. It's been good field position for Bettendorf tonight and not so good field position for the Jayhawks. That's what a kicker can do to you, though.
Yes, it is.
Whipple on the left hip of Davis. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They'll go with the slot right. And Morrison coming around the formation. And the handoff to Whipple on the delay coming right. Lowers his shoulder and gets to the Jayhawk 40-yard line, where he'll pick up 4 more. That's a little more Bettendorf-like here.
Whipple not one of those backs that's going to be able to turn the corner and try and outflank you. He just wants to get that thing running laterally and then turn it upfield as quickly as he can.
Very true.
He's got his helmet and shoulder pads out in front of his feet, and he's looking for contact with that ball.
1 for 2 tonight for Bettendorf. On 3rd down tries, they got a 3rd and 3 here at the Jayhawk 40. Wide side of the field to the left. Empty backfield. Nope, they're going to go with a little bit of a wildcat. And up the gut for a 1st down is Gavin Stecker. He's the leading tackler for this team. They just lined him up to get the direct snap and lowered the shoulder and went linebacker on him.
Yeah, and he got the first down all right. And he drug a bevy load of navy blue jerseys downfield before he went down.
Stecker, 5'11", 195. Nope, check it, 6'3", 205, and a junior. Number 1 tackler for this Bettendorf defense. 1st and 10 Bulldogs. As they will scrimmage from the Jayhawk 32. They'll empty the backfield. They'll throw to Whipple coming out. Makes the catch and then got hit right as he caught it. There's Turner again. Tyree Turner, only a sophomore, 6'1", 175. He's going to be a good one. So no gain out of there. 7 of 9, 80 yards and a touchdown for the sophomore Cannon Davis here early. 10-0 Bettendorf, 9:15 to play here in the opening half. The entire Bettendorf team goes kind of toward the sideline, John.
Never seen that.
To usually see the quarterback and a couple others, but not the entire huddle. 2nd down and 10. Davis to throw, rolling to the right side, directing traffic. Now is going to tuck it under and run, and got caught from behind and taken down. I think it was McCauley that got him from behind after a gain of 4. So it'll be 3rd and 6 for the Bulldogs with the 10-0 lead.
Bosco Miwana coming in, another sophomore.
Why not? Really, why not play some of these guys? 5'7", 140. 3rd down, 6. Play clock already down to 6. Whipple behind Davis in the backfield. Shotgun snap. They'll hand it off to Whipple. Tried to leap a man, and it's going to be shy of the 1st down. Going to get down to the Jayhawk 24. And it's going to be about 2 yards short of the 1st down.
Where's Jack Wessel been? He's their leading rusher.
And here comes Mr. Stecker again. Bettendorf going to go for it. On 4th down and 2. Wildcat formation for Stecker, and Ed Miles says we're going to call a timeout.
Jefferson, that's their 2nd.
2nd timeout taken, 7:40 to play in the 1st half. 10-0 in favor of Bettendorf. Back after this on CRM Live Sports.
Hills Bank is your hometown financial champion, here to help you score some wins. Because at Hills Bank, managing your money is easy. They've got 19 local branches across the corridor, 40,000 surcharge-free ATMs around the country, and online account access at any time. Whether you're a student athlete or a super fan, Hills Bank helps you get in the game. Hills Bank, where it's easy to connect with a banker over the phone or on hillsbank.com. Because we believe banking is better through human connection. Hills Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC member. Laborers International Union of North America Local 43 is proud to be supporting high school sports. From individual members involved in coaching sports at many different levels to being fans, Local 43 is involved with our young people in the area. Members of Local 43 work in the construction building trades and heavy highway industries and are trained in environmental remediation as well as pipeline work. Local 43 is always seeking new members. LIUNA offers world-class training and education to start a safe career. Information is available at local43.org.
Well, they went early on us, and the 4th down try unsuccessful as Stecker stuck right as he got the high snap. And Jeff takes over on downs at the 24-yard line. Good timeout there by Ed Miles.
Yeah, he had them prepared, and the Jayhawks came up and stuffed that. So it goes over on downs, Jefferson's offense. They're going to have their best starting field position here of the game. After 3 from their own 20, now they're going to be out at their own, 23.
Yep. So it'll be 1st down.
Baby steps.
Got it by 4 yards. Long count. Benda in the eye, hands it off. Cavalero, big hole up the middle, 30, 35.
Oh, stiff
bounces
arm.
off a man. He gets to the 41, maybe the 42-yard line.
Got the big stiff arm in there, too.
Ueza showing a little pop.
Good cutback against the grain, the stiff arm. And that's some highlight reel stuff for, I'll bet older brother Ish is wishing he was out there right now.
Indeed. First down after the run of 18. Calolero right now with 66 yards on 7 carries. Wide side of the field to the left. 10-0 Bettendorf. First and 10 Jefferson at the 42. Bend off play action. Back to throw. Going to go deep for Williams. Overshot him. Intercepted. Giles on the interception coming back to the 50. 45-40 and pushed out of bounds. And then he inflicted some contact with one of the Jeff offensive linemen. That pass overthrown a little bit into double coverage and intercepted.
And a big return after the pick. It's going to yield some great starting field position here for Bettendorf. Well into Jefferson territory. Oh, now they're saying he stepped out at the 39.
Yeah, 39-yard line, but still in Jayhawk territory.
Second possession in a row, they've had the short porch.
So Jefferson trying to use that momentum that gave it back. So here comes Bettendorf with that 10-0 lead, right back out on the field. 10-3 now. Cedar Falls at the half, leading Cedar Rapids Prairie up in Cedar Falls. First and 10, 39-yard line. One setback, Davis to throw into the wind. Gonna sets up, throws the deep post, caught. Brown at the 10, down to the 5. Lost the football, goes into the end zone, and falling on for a touchdown. Giles is gonna fall on it in the end zone after it got away from Brown. And it will be a Bettendorf touchdown.
And who do we credit that to, Stiles?
Boy, I don't know. I think so, because
it was a fumble and recovered in the end zone. So whoever recovered that gets credit.
So it'll go as a 35-yard completion, but then a fumble recovery in the end zone for the score. And just like that, one play and Bettendorf strikes, scup him with the extra point, and it's good. And it's 17-0 in favor of the Bulldogs with 6:29 to play here in our opening half. Back to Kingston after this on CRM Live Sports.
Carpenters Local 308 in Cedar Rapids is a member of the North Central States Regional Council of Carpenters, representing nearly 27,000 members and their families in the upper Midwest. The union is dedicated to protecting and elevating the economic and social conditions of all workers and to provide our industry with the best trained, most productive, and safest workforce available. Carpenters Local 308 is always looking for new workers to join their ranks. Apprenticeship classes and training are available for you to become a skilled worker for your career. More information on Carpenters Local 308 is available at carpenterslocal308.org. Looking for the best in commercial and residential flooring? At Schumacher Carpets and More, it's the little things that count. Family owned since 1987, the professionals at Schumacher have what you're looking for. Whether it is carpet, luxury vinyl plank, ceramic, laminate, or wood, their personal service and quality products set Schumacher apart in the flooring industry. Famous for a relaxed and pressure-free shopping experience, let the experts at Schumacher Carpets and More break down your options with just a simple conversation. Call, visit, or request an online quote from their website today.
Kickoff goes to LJ now. Picks it up at the 5-yard line, returns it to the 25, maybe the 26-yard line. I think our officials have late dinner reservations, as they are not giving us the proper 1 minute here tonight.
Well, our sponsors will prevail.
True.
Regardless of the time that they don't yield to us.
Well, this has kind of been a microcosm of the Jeff season so far. Jayhawks have done some nice things.
Yep. Playing hard, hitting, good tackling right tonight anyway.
Caused a turnover. And
couple of them.
And
forced fumbles all over.
And it's fallen on in the end zone.
Yeah, they just can't come up with the fumbles that they're forcing.
Benda in the shotgun. 6:19 to play first half. Jayhawks down 17-0. And now we've got movement up front on Bettendorf. That's going to cost the Bulldogs 5.
Defense, 25. 5-yard penalty, first out.
Second time Williams has gone offside, and Aaron Wiley says, we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, usually as a coach, you give a guy one, but after that, you have a little meeting of the minds.
1st and 5. Benda's done a nice job in the hard count, too, for the senior quarterback. Bulldogs with 5 up on the defensive line. Benda turns, hands it off. Calalero coming left to the 35-40 and hit hard. Got upended as he got to the 44-yard line, but Ueza right up after the gain of 13. Just hard to find him in all those bodies.
And he's so quick.
5'9", 175. Only a junior.
He's not afraid to put the leather on you either. He's really this year grown and gotten some good muscle on him, and he's not afraid to hit.
Austin Robertson out to the right side. One receiver to the left. 1st and 10, 44-yard line. Out of the eye. Benda turns, same play. Calalero off the left side, and this time got caught by the ankles and brought down by Jimmy Bark, 6'1", 190-pound junior lineman. It will be a gain of about 3 to the 47, though, for Calalero. Going to be a Calalero more than likely running 4 years in a row for Jefferson after Ish the last 2 years.
Ish short for Ishara.
And Ueza.
And then Ueza, who we just call Ueza.
That's right. Ish was a lot easier than Ishara. 2nd down and 7. Long toss. Calalero got a good kick out block from Robertson into Bulldog territory. Close to a 1st down at the 48.
That's a deep toss sweep there, and that's tailor-made for Calalero's running abilities because it gives him a lot of field vision after he pulls that pitch in, and he can decide whether he's going to try and outflank the defense and run down the sideline or whether he can cut it back, and he's getting really good at cutting back against the grain.
Yeah, he is. 3rd down, long yard here. 4:28 to play first half. Tied in right side. And Benda under center. Long count. He'll give it straight ahead. Calalero going to be close. He didn't get there. Coming up, making the stop, Nick Scheich.
Yeah, you got to go for this.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
You're over in Bettendorf territory by a little bit, but with that short of a 4th to go, at this point you're down 17-0. You got to go for this.
4th and about a half a yard.
Just sneak it.
As Bettendorf leading at 17-0 here in the 2nd quarter, late in the 2nd. Braden Gaines stays in there as the fullback. Benda, let's see if he calls his own number here. Long count. Nope. He'll fake the toss, rolls to the left. They're going to throw it upfield. Robertson with a catch at the 35 and inside the 25 and down to the 22-yard line. They faked everybody out.
High risk, high reward. I got to tell you, Ed Miles rolled the dice there.
26 yards on the pass.
That was a fearless call, Scott.
Yes, it was.
Especially when you're asking a right-handed quarterback to roll to his left and throw it downfield more than 10 yards.
Austin Robertson with the catch. 1st and 10 Jayhawks on the 4th down conversion at the Bettendorf 22-yard line. Robertson starts in motion to the left, now comes back to the right, and they'll go with the handoff. Calalero tried the counter, and he's going to lose a couple. That didn't fool anyone. Coming up, Parker Pearson to make the first hit, a sophomore linebacker for Bettendorf. And it'll be 2nd down and long. Young Bettendorf team for Aaron Wiley. Going to be heard from. Already heard from this year, despite a 2-4 record. Offset eye to the right. And they'll run the stretch play. Here's Calalero with a flag down, trying to get to the corner, and then he's drugged down by the shirt top of the shirt. They will not get a horse collar on that, but we're going to have a penalty flag back at about the line of scrimmage. Oh, they did call. Okay, they did call that down there.
So we've got competing flags here.
It was blocked out by the Jefferson bench. This is probably going to be offsetting, but we'll wait for the indication from the officials.
We have 2 fouls on the play. Personal foul, face mask, offense number 3. That penalty is declined. Personal foul, blindside block, offense number 11. It's 15 yards from the previous spot. Replay, second down.
Interesting. Interesting. So they got Robertson on the blindside block. It's a safety concern, John. Basically, you can't have that block coming in from a wide receiver spot and coming in to pick off one of the linebackers anymore.
They used to call it crackback.
Yeah. Yeah, they let the horse collar go, though. I thought that was going to be the second one. Second down and a country mile. They'll just throw it out in the far flat. Robertson with the catch for a short gain. Only going to go for about 3 to the 37. And like I said, it's a safety concern. We get it. So it'll be third down officially from the 37-yard line. They need to get it to the 12. So in my book, that's 25. Quarter of the field to go on third down here. Benda will empty the backfield. 8 on the play clock, under 2 to play here in the first half. Here comes the blitz. Benda hit as he throws for 9 now. Makes the catch. No, he didn't. Came out when he hit the ground, but there is a flag down. It's going to be interference. Ed Miles went for the
it's not a
bundle.
push-off.
Well, I'm wrong. I've been wrong a couple times tonight.
And Nineout picked up the flag and looked at it.
Now this is
Pass interference, defense, number 11. 15 yards from the previous spot. Replay, third down.
yeah, it's not an automatic
That
first down.
Won't even be close to a first down.
They're within the same area code now, though. It's 3rd and 10.
You have 15 yards, and now you're back to only 10 to go for a first down.
I know Jeff wants 7 here, but I mean, even 3 at this point with the win, but we'll see. 3rd down, 10. Bettendorf 22-yard line with 1:47 to play in the half. Bulldogs up 17-0. 4-man defensive front. Long count by Benda. Gets a snap. Gonna lob it for the right side of the end zone, and it's broken up incomplete. Tried to get it out there to Jermaine Robinson. And it'll be 4th down and 10.
This would be too long of a field goal, I believe, for Tyler Bartlett. He's 2 of 4 on the year, but his long is 35.
Well, they're going to bring out Chris Nemmers, who on his bio on senior night said, what was your favorite memory? Playing my first football game this year. He's, I believe, a soccer kid.
Going to be a 38-yarder.
With the win, though, keep that in mind. From the left hash mark, 38-yard attempt. A low kick on its way, and it hit the crossbar.
That was a line drive.
So a missed field goal, 38-yarder.
Doinked on the crossbar and went straight down to the turf.
Yep. He didn't get the upper doink. So it stays 17-0 with 1:35 to play in the half. Kicked it dead straight, though.
The surprise that they didn't get blocked as low as it was.
Oh, it was very low.
That was a helmet skimmer. Had plenty of leg, though.
Yes, he did. So Bettendorf takes over 20-yard line, and with 3 timeouts, we'll see what they can do. They will pass down the middle. Deep slant, caught Gray at the 50 and down into Jeff territory. Deep slant to Caden Gray, and he's going to take it into Jayhawk territory in the gain of 32.
And suddenly there's a ton of time left for Bulldogs, who are now into Jefferson territory, threatening to put another score on the board before half.
Tell you, I am impressed by Cannon Davis. This young man has got a good arm. He's back to throw. He's going to run this time. Nope, he stops, throws, so a man wide open, but throw it behind him.
He was so wide open, there wasn't anybody within 10 yards of him. Any direction.
That was Gray again who got loose. That was a little Patrick Mahomes-ish there.
Yeah, he didn't sidearm it necessarily, but it was a very unorthodox delivery.
Now, did he go across the line of scrimmage?
He has tried to do that a couple of times tonight. This is going to be an interesting judgment call. The line judge is over talking to people on the Bettendorf sideline.
They did not call it. Now, you have to have every part of your body across the line for it to be an illegal forward pass, and I don't believe the arm was. 2nd and 10. Sophomore Davis back to throw. Under pressure. Hit. Brought down. And we're going to get a Bettendorf timeout here. On senior night, senior Jaden McCauley got the sack.
Jaden McCauley. We used to call that putting the belly on.
Timeout, Bulldogs. With 1:02 to play, they're going to be facing a 3rd down and 12. When we come back, 17-0 in favor of Bettendorf. Back after this on CRM Live Sports.
If using your head and hands to work smart and learn a career appeals to you, and if working with good people and doing good work interests you, then a career with the plumbers and pipe fitters of Local 125 is a great choice for you. From residential plumbing to commercial construction, members of Local 125 do the highly skilled work that lays the foundation for community development. Local 125 also provides world-class training through a comprehensive apprenticeship and continuing education program. Good work, good money, good people, great career. For more information, go online to ualocal125.org.
Back at Kingston Stadium, 17-0 Bettendorf with 62 seconds to play here in the first half. We will have the Ben Ritter Sportswear halftime show coming your way at the break. Take a look at some scores, all of the stats, and let you know about the big one next week that we will have. 3rd down 14, back on their own 48-yard line. Davis gets the shotgun snap, rolls to the right. Being chased, throws upfield sideline, and Morrison with the catch. No, out of bounds. Caught it on the white. He does not think so.
Official right there to see it, had the great view. I thought he had a foot in.
But the guy that's got the final vote said no.
Yeah, and that's on the opposite side of the stadium from me.
So Bettendorf will be forced into their first punt. Scuppum will punt it away, 39-yard average, or he will appear to punt it away. Single safety back, Renard at the 15-yard line. High snap, brought down, Scuppum into the wind, got it away, end over end kick. They'll let it go, will take a Jayhawk bounce, and it'll be touched first at the 24. It's going to be kicked back to the 8, but it was touched at the 24-yard line with 41 seconds to play here in the half. So that will go down as a 27-yard punt. Hey, why not? You got one timeout, 41 seconds. You're down 17-0. You're 1-5.
At this point, you got to let it all out.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the difference if you lose by a huge margin or, I mean, it doesn't matter at this point for a one-and-win team.
Jayhawks will bring 4 receivers in. Renard will be out to the right. 3 over there, 1 up top to the left. On 1st and 10, 25-yard line. 12 in the play clock. Robertson going in motion to the left. Back to throw, Benda. Steps up in the pocket, under pressure. Now gets away, rolls right. Coming back, making the catch along the sideline and shoved out of bounds was Lucas Renard at the 50 for a gain of 25.
Really nice job of extending that play by Vernon Benda. Allowed his receivers to break off of their routes and float to a free seam.
32 seconds to play, 1st and 10. Clock stopped at the 50-yard line. Roll right, throw sideline. 9 now at the catch and stepped out of bounds as he went to put on a little jitterbug move, but it will go for about 8. And that was LJ's first catch of the night.
That's a huge hidden talent there that not a lot of people know about. And if he gets the right offer, he's going to make some noise in college.
Yes, he is. Trip receivers to the left, 9 out to the right. Back to throw, Benda. Under pressure, steps up, caught, trying to get rid of it, does to Calero. He's at the 35-30, cutting back 25 to the 20-yard line. And Nueza all the way down to the 17-yard line. And Ed Miles going to take his final timeout.
That was a little Mahomes-esque, too.
Yes, it was. 25 yards to Calero. And that's the final Jayhawk timeout of the half, with 15.1 to play before halftime. Now you go for the end zone, right?
You know, Calero is really showing a lot of moves. Every week we see him, it seems like he puts a little something else in his arsenal. He runs with great confidence, Scott.
Yeah, he does.
Didn't have that last year. Kind of paid his dues a little bit, but boy, this year he's really coming into his own.
See if the Jayhawks go for that end zone throw here. They've got no timeouts left, 15.1 seconds.
Probably calling 2 plays on that timeout.
I would agree. And hopefully it won't be something in the back of the end zone toward the plywood art formations.
or the pregame warm-ups, as last night was called.
1st and 10, 18-yard line. Shotgun snap. Bender rolling to the right side. Under pressure. Throws back across the middle dangerously and broken up, incomplete. Oh, almost broke the Cardinal sin of quarterbacking right there. Saw Williams at the goal line, but threw it late, and Nielsen broke it up. And it'll be 2nd and 10 with 7.7 seconds remaining in the half. Well, you can't throw anything in the middle of the field here.
You got to let it all out now.
If you're thinking field goal, it'd be about a 35-yarder. Play clock down to 6. Calero on the right hip. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Shotgun snap, Bend to the throw. Has time. Now rolls right. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Going for the end zone and threw it away.
Well, if they want to try a kick, they can.
Yep, and they're going to try it.
1.5 seconds left for the attempt.
Just missed a 38-yarder. And now Chris Nemmers will try one a little closer.
He's got to try and get a little height on it this time, though.
35-yard attempt with the big north wind behind him. Just about from the middle of the field. See if Bettendorf will use a timeout. Doesn't look like they will. Good snap, placed down. This one's blocked. And it's loose. It's a live ball and picked up at the 40-yard line, and that's it for the half. They missed the first one. They got that one. And we are at the halftime break here at Kingston Stadium. Score at halftime. The Bettendorf Bulldogs 17. The Jefferson Jayhawks nothing. And we'll come back with the Ben Ritter Sportswear halftime show for you right after this as you're listening to high school football here on CRM Live Sports.
End your search for your favorite restaurant in Cedar Rapids. Come to Emil's Hideaway. Emil's is the home for the best tasting American food around. Choose from your favorites: chicken, pasta dishes, pizzas, burgers, and fries. Whether you're bringing the whole family for a meal or wetting your whistle at our fully stocked bar, there's something to satisfy all ages and tastes at our classic American local restaurant. Need catering for your next party or event? Emil's has that too. Call them for details. Emil's Hideaway, open Monday through Saturday at 4 p.m., is right next to Home Depot and across from Lyndale Mall on 1st Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids. Whether you need long-term care or short-term rehabilitation for your elder, one visit to Westridge Care Center and you'll see what has made them one of the finest nursing care facilities in the area since 1992. At Westridge Care Center, our #1 priority is to make all loved ones in our care safe and healthy. Westridge Care Center implements the Eden philosophy to reflect an environment of living as a habitat for humans instead of a place of frailty and waiting. Call 390-3367 to arrange a tour of their privately owned single-entity facility with private rooms with all the amenities. Westridge Care Center, 3131 F Avenue Northwest, Cedar Rapids, and online at westridgecarecenter.com. Laborers International Union of North America Local 43 is proud to be supporting high school sports. From individual members involved in coaching sports at many different levels to being fans, Local 43 is involved with our young people in the area. Members of Local 43 work in the construction building trades and heavy highway industries and are trained in environmental remediation as well as pipeline work. Local 43 is always seeking new members. LIUNA offers world-class training and education to start a safe career. Information is available at local43.org. End your search for your favorite restaurant in Cedar Rapids. Come to Emil's Hideaway. Emil's is the home for the best-tasting American food around. Choose from your favorites: chicken, pasta dishes, pizzas, burgers, and fries. Whether you're bringing the whole family for a meal or wetting your whistle at our fully stocked bar, there's something to satisfy all ages and tastes at our classic American local restaurant. Need catering for your next party or event? Emil's has that too. Call them for details. Emil's Hideaway, open Monday through Saturday at 4 p.m., is right next to Home Depot and across from Lyndale Mall on 1st Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids. Bim Ritter Sportswear in Cedar Rapids is your complete apparel and headwear provider. Bim Ritter is your one-stop store for screen print and embroidery for polos, t-shirts, hats, and more for any age from newborn to adults. Need screen printing or embroidery for your company or a special event? Bim Ritter is the answer, as they work with local teams, clubs, organizations, and businesses from startup to finish to provide the look that you need with exceptional turnaround time. Bim Ritter is also the local apparel supplier for the Cedar Rapids Colonels and Rough Riders. Bim Ritter Sportswear, 817 2nd Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids. Call them at 364-3479 and visit them online at bimritter.com.
Back with you at halftime here from Kingston Stadium as Bettendorf leads Cedar Rapids Jefferson by a score of 17-0. And a big thanks to Bim Ritter Sportswear, our halftime sponsor. Need screen printing or embroidery for your company or special occasion? See Bim Ritter Sportswear at 817 2nd Avenue Southeast, online at bimritter.com, or call them at 364-3479. Cannon Davis, big arm for the sophomore. He's got a touchdown pass, 8 of 13, 147 yards in the first half, John. And Bettendorf with a 17-0 lead here at the break.
Yeah, courtesy some big plays and a few miscues on part of Jefferson. And probably about what I thought this first half would be like. But Jayhawks are, they're just like they have in every other game we've covered this year, Scott. They are doing some good things, and they're trying absolutely as hard as they can. But they just can't seem to execute consistently enough to be able to put a drive together that gets them into the end zone.
Jefferson Band of Blue out for their final marching performance in front of the home crowd this year here. And let's take a look at the first half stats. They are brought to you by Plumbers and Pipe Fitters Local 125, online at ualocal125.org. Total yards similar, 195 Bettendorf, 187 for Jefferson. Bettendorf's been able to hit the big box, though, as they say. For the Bulldogs, 147 yards passing, 48 on the ground. Cannon Davis is 8 of 13 for 147 and a touchdown in the first half. On the ground, leading the way is Ben Whipple. He's carried it 5 times for 33 yards. Davis has carried it twice for 8. Stecker has carried it 2 times for 7 yards. Morrison has caught 4 for 80 and a touchdown. Brown has caught 2 for 40. Gray, 1 catch for 32. Whipple has caught 2 for -5. For the Bulldogs, interestingly enough, only 5 first downs. It's been the big plays.
Yes, it has.
For Bettendorf in the first half. 5 first downs, 3 penalties for a total of 25 yards and 2 sacks. For Jefferson, 95 on the ground, 92 through the air, so very balanced. Vernon Benda, 6 of 12 for 92 yards. Or check that, 6 of 13 for 92 yards and 1 interception. Cavallero has caught 2. Robertson has caught 2. Reynard has caught 1. And Ninau has caught 1 as well. Uweza Cavallero running the ball tonight. 12 carries for 85 yards so far. Benda's carried it 3 times for 10 yards in the ball game. Jefferson with 7 first downs. They've also been penalized 3 times for 30 yards, 1 sack, and the game's only turnover. That went to Jefferson, and that did lead to a short field and a Bettendorf touchdown. Third down conversions. Jayhawks, though, 0 for 4. And Bettendorf is 2 of 5. Jefferson 1 of 1 on 4th down. Bettendorf is 0 for 1 on 4th down tries. The Bulldogs scoring first on a Scoop'em 42-yard field goal. That made it 3-0 after a Jayhawk punt. Bettendorf then went 50 yards from Davis to Morrison on a beautiful bomb to end the first quarter to make it 10-0. And then a pass that went to Brown, but he fumbled the ball at the 4-yard line, rolled into the end zone, fallen on by one of the Bulldogs. And that's how they ended up with that particular touchdown. And that is where we are at the break at 17-0. And both teams doing some nice things here so far. I think if you're Ed Miles, like you talked about during one of our breaks, John, Jefferson, the tackling is much better tonight. Now, you've let a few big plays go. You got to correct that. But you're staying right with the Bulldogs as far as the offense is concerned. Yeah,
they're getting to the 7th week of the season. You would hope that you'd see some improvement in tackling, and Jefferson has done that. They've also been aggressive. I mean, they're coming up and they're putting some sticks on people. Hard-hitting game tonight, but as you said, those big plays for Bettendorf on the strong arm of Cannon Davis has toasted the Jeff secondary for a couple of things, and that's how we found our way at 17-0, courtesy also of that 42-yard field goal by Scuppum.
And how big, and we talked about it, how big is the kicking game in every facet of football? But I think even more as far as high school football is concerned, because the kicking is getting better, but not every team's got a kicker that's got the leg that Scuppum has, and it is just showing. I mean, kicks into the end zones, Jeff starting at the 20, going into the win, and you set yourself up for really good field position.
Yeah, that guy is something special. I mean, he's got the strength of leg, he's got all the technique, he's got the concentration, the consistency. I mean, that's what college coaches are looking for. And I predict you're going to see him playing somewhere on Saturday next fall.
Yeah. 17-0 here and elsewhere on the Emil's Hideaway out-of-town scoreboard. Cedar Falls has tacked on another, and it is now 17-3 in favor of the Tigers over the Prairie Hawks up in Cedar Falls. Big game for Prairie, getting ready for Iowa City West next week.
Yes.
Prairie Falls, they go to 4-3. And just doing a little research
they got Iowa City West ahead of them yet.
Yeah, just doing a little research last night on how things, if all the favorites, I like to play if all the favorites win, this will happen.
Well, which everybody's doing.
And there will be 5 and 4 teams that are going to make the 5A playoffs again this year.
Because of strength of schedule and opponents' records.
Correct. So your season is not done if you do have 4 losses. And I think that's what Aaron Wiley and Bettendorf's hanging their hats on. That I think he knows, 5 and 4 might get you in. It's going to get you a trip to Central Iowa.
But you're there. You're in the dance.
But you're there. You're there. Let's take a look at some of the other scores. Solon on an Eli Campman bomb is up on Washington, Iowa, 14-0. That is early in the second quarter. It is over in Grinnell tonight at TT Cranny Stadium. Grinnell leading Marion at the break by a score of 20-0. And how about this? That we talked about this, one of our 4-down questions on the Gazette this week. Which 3A district is going to be the craziest? This is the one I said, and it's crazy tonight. Over in DeWitt, Central DeWitt 18, Mount Vernon 7 at halftime.
That'll raise some eyebrows.
Yes, it will. And Newton with a 14-10 lead on Clear Creek Amana. That is at halftime. Newton coming off the big win over Pella last week.
Newton's got a resurgence in football.
And that's good to see.
Yes, it is, because they were downtrodden for a while.
Yeah, and it's good. I mean, they had so many terrific teams.
Well, they won a state title back in the 70s, I believe.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Senior leading Dubuque Hempstead in the battle up at Dalzell Field, 14-6. That is in the second quarter. Fort Dodge on top of Storm Lake by a score of 21-0. Elsewhere, it is Independence 7 and Benton Community 6 in the second quarter up at Lyle Linebaugh Field.
That's a big district game, too.
Cedar Falls has just tacked on another field goal, says our correspondent Steve Dozer. 20-3 in favor of the Tigers with 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter in that one. Norwalk shutting out Ottumwa 35-0. Norwalk could be one of those teams at 5-4, 6-3 that's going to get into the playoffs.
Made the jump up a class.
Now they have not played a big-time schedule.
Correct.
Keep that in mind. So that might hurt them in the end. There's a double-edged sword when you get a schedule that's been kind to you. And we'll just say it was kind. Same thing as DCG. They got a pretty kind schedule as well. Top 10er in 4A, and it's all Adel DeSoto Minburn. The Fighting Niemeyers. Of course, the great Larry Niemeyer's home
Where
base
he started
of
his coaching.
Adel. 31-3 ADM over Glenwood right now. This is not a surprise. At halftime, West Des Moines Valley 35, Sioux City North nothing. Halftime, North Lynn shutting out Midland 27-0.
Yeah, Gazette, you might want to check your online score there. It's got a little, in need of a little help.
It is a wrong one.
That's the one I showed you before.
I tell you what, I have seen them on Huddle. I have seen them as well on the television, but this Waukee Northwest group is special. Right now, they're at Runnels beating Southeast Polk 24-0.
Corey Kopatich. And if you don't know the name Kopatich, he is the son of one of the legendary coaches of all time in the prep ranks.
Tom Kopatich.
Check that out sometime if you're on Google.
And Waukee Northwest, yeah, there's a long way to go, but they will start the basketball season number 1, too.
Will they?
Oh, yeah. They've got 3 Division I basketball. Well, 2 Division I basketballers and 1 footballer on that team. So they're looking their chops for maybe a double. But we'll see. Halftime, how about this? Indianola 15, Centennial 14. Third quarter, Webster City 27, Heelan nothing. Yikes.
I guess.
How about that? Elsewhere, St. Ansgar, number 1 in Class A, leading Clayton Ridge at halftime. That is a 26-8 score. Waterloo Columbus leading the Union Knights 13-6. A 2A top 10er, Cherokee leading Western Christian 21-14. And that is a halftime score. Gilbert leading Ballard 18-15. That is also a halftime score. So, as we mentioned, there are going to be some teams that are going to wrap up not only playoff berths but district titles tonight around the state of Iowa. As there is only one more week for 2A, 1A, A, and 8-man.
That's right, because they start out a week early with 32-man brackets.
That's correct. 16 team brackets as far as 5A, 4A, and 3A are concerned. So they will get their parade started into the playoffs 1 week earlier. Speaking of playoffs, John.
Time to talk a little RPI?
Well, we can do that, but I was just going to let the folks know about next week.
Oh, yes.
Man.
Oh, my goodness. Marquee matchup on 42nd Street.
More than likely a top 10er, more than likely 2 teams undefeated in the district, And unless something very odd happens in Memorial Stadium tonight, it's going to be 7-0 Cedar Rapids Xavier, number 1 in 4A, hosting the Decorah Vikings. We did a Decorah Xavier playoff game about 3 or 4 years ago, outdoors, by the way.
That's right.
On a beautiful night like this over at Saints Field. But that is going to be more than likely for the district championship next Friday night, and we will have that one for everyone.
And Dwayne Schulte and his Fighting Saints would dearly love to have home field advantage all the way on their run back to the Dome.
Yes, because they don't want to go on the road again like they did last year.
They don't want to go to Norwalk, and they don't want to go to Alleman, that's for sure. And I'll be honest with you, I don't want to go there either.
Had a great time.
Did it once. That was enough.
Had a great time. Found out we were in the same booth with the Xavier coaches at Norwalk. Little codicil in the Central Iowa.
And that, you could write a chapter about that night.
That was a good night.
Ended up all good, though.
It ended up fine. It ended up good, and wonder if they're still doing that now they're 5A.
Yes, I'm sure they are.
I'm sure they are. But Xavier and Decorah next week for you right here on CRM Live Sports. As this was our final double dip week, number 4 this week. So we just got Friday's singles from here on in.
Well, we get back up to the Dome. We could have a Thursday-Friday matchup there.
Could have one. Could have one indeed. So at half here from Kingston Stadium, it's the Bettendorf Bulldogs 17, the Jefferson Jayhawks nothing. Bettendorf back onto the field. Jefferson will be coming out here in just a moment. We'll step aside, get you ready for the second half of action from Kingston, and we'll do it right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
Are you looking for one unique workout location that combines everything you're looking for? The House of Iron is redefining the Cedar Rapids area fitness landscape. House of Iron isn't just another gym, it's a sanctuary for anyone seeking to transform their life through physical and mental well-being. Sporting state-of-the-art equipment and hexagonal lighting, not only is the space illuminated with a sense of energy and purpose, you will be too. Take advantage of our other amenities like a cold plunge, a sauna, ultra-modern locker room, showers, and a picture and posing room, and more. House of Iron offers monthly memberships as well as personal training sessions for people of all ages and ability. Whether you're a seasoned fitness enthusiast or just beginning your wellness adventure, House of Iron promises to be more than just a gym. It's a beacon of hope, positivity, and vitality. House of Iron with 2 locations on the west side and in the historic World Theater Building downtown. If using your head and hands to work smart and learn a career appeals to you, and if working with good people and doing good work interests you, then a career with the plumbers and pipe fitters of Local 125 is a great choice for you. From residential plumbing to commercial construction, members of Local 125 do the highly skilled work that lays the foundation for community development. Local 125 also provides world-class training through a comprehensive apprenticeship and continuing education program. Good work, good money, good people, great career. For more information, go online to ualocal125.org. Hills Bank is your hometown financial champion, here to help you score some wins. Because at Hills Bank, managing your money is easy. They've got 19 local branches across the corridor, 40,000 surcharge-free ATMs around the country, and online account access at any time. Whether you're a student athlete or a superfan, Hills Bank helps you get in the game. Hills Bank, where it's easy to connect with a banker over the phone or on hillsbank.com, because we believe banking is better through human connection. Hills Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC member. Epiphany Dermatology is a full-service dermatology practice that treats all conditions of the skin, hair, and nails. Dr. John Woolner has been practicing and treating patients for over 30 years. Epiphany Dermatology has built a reputation based on reliable customer service and quality skin and hair loss treatments. Epiphany Dermatology also places a special emphasis on skin cancer prevention, screenings, and treatment. Call them to book an appointment at 363-9936 and visit their website at epiphanydermatology.com. Epiphany Dermatology, 5264 Council Street Northeast, Suite 700 in Cedar Rapids.
And a man we are sure to see next week, Dr. John Woolner at Epiphany Dermatology. He brings you the second half of action here from Kingston Stadium. Dr. Woolner with over 30 years of experience. You can find him at 5264 Council Street Northeast and call 363-9936. 3-6 at Epiphany Dermatology. 17-0 Bettendorf as we get ready for our second half. Scott Unash, John Hegarty with you from the Bob Brooks press box here at Kingston Stadium. And it will be Bettendorf getting the ball first. More than likely going into the wind. When they went into the wind early in that second quarter, John, they went to the ground game a little bit more. Then with the wind, they were gunning it and slinging it all over the place with young Cannon Davis out there. So we'll see what they do here to start quarter number 3 as both teams are out. Week number 7. Still a beautiful night for football.
Yeah, we've had a lot of good weather weeks in a row here after that opener in week 1, which tested us just a little bit. Don't want to tempt the weather gods too much here, but we have been fortunate.
Yeah, we have. 2 rain delays, one in week 1, the other in week 4. North wind still howling at about 10 to 15, 65 degrees though right now. As Bettendorf will send number 8, Maurice Williams. And Henry Gelly's back. And twin safeties at about the 5-yard line. Jeff had 2 field goals missed. One hit the crossbar, the other was blocked. Trying to get on the board there at the end of the second quarter, going with the wind. Nemmers is going to come out to kick. Why do I have a spidey sense that we might see something
because at this point,
here?
You know what? And Ed Miles has shown a little bit of riverboat gambler in him already here in the first half. Do not be shocked if you get an onside kick here.
Nope, do not be shocked.
You've got some guys for Bettendorf creeping up, too. They're looking for us, Scott.
I think they are.
It's not the hands team, per se, but they're looking for it.
Here's the approach and the kick. They will kick it deep, and it will be taken at the 10-yard line. Williams angling left, gets to the 20, a hole, broke a tackle, 30, 35, 40, still on his feet. And Maurice Williams, a good return. He's going to take it to the 43-yard line.
Nemmers came up and was kind of a safety valve. He tried to make a tackle, but he went for a little ride, as they say.
But he got his jersey soiled there a little bit.
He got some contact, and
There
I'm
you
not
go.
talking with his foot.
You got to like when kickers do that. Still 20-3 going to the fourth quarter with Cedar Falls on top of Prairie.
You know, my always saying was always, you want to see Cedar Falls early in the season. You don't want to get them later on because they just are so solid.
1st and 10 for Cannon Davis. He'll hand it off to Whipple right up the middle, breaking tackles into Jayhawk territory. And Tyree Turner bulldogs him down as he gets to the Jeff 49. That's going to be a run of 9. Turner, the number 1 tackler for this Jefferson defense coming into tonight. Top 2 tacklers are back next year with Turner and Jace Wendling.
Jace Wendling, a state qualifier wrestler that Coach Rob Martin will be counting on this year.
Absolutely. 2nd down and 1 at the Jeff 49. Shotgun snap. Blitz coming. Davis gets rid of it, throws, and nearly intercepted. A one-hand circus interception by Tyree Turner, but he came up a little short. Threw that one off his back foot while backpedaling because the blitz was coming.
Yeah, the blitz there by Liam Weisner very nearly brought the quarterback, Cannon Davis, down.
3rd and 1 for Bettendorf. And we saw Stecker in the first half run the Wildcat. They're going to keep him on the sideline. They give it to Whipple. The second effort's going to get the first down. Got hit right at the point of attack, but came forward to the 47. That will be a Bulldog first down. So Whipple with a couple of carries on this particular drive for the Bulldogs.
Whipple not a flashy runner, but he's very serviceable.
1st and 10 for Bettendorf at the Jayhawk 47, just outside the 47-yard line. Christian Reagan, the senior center, the 230-pounder over the ball. Play clock down to 4. Shotgun snap. And they'll hand it to Whipple up the middle. Got hit hard. Adam Matheny, number 39, another sophomore. I believe, was that 39 or 30? No, that was 39.
Yep, it is 39.
Gain of 2.
Adam Matheny, the sophomore.
Getting a little bit of playing time. 5'11", 186. Second down, 8. Cade James, Matheny, Wendling all in there at the linebacking spot. Ball middle of the field and a penalty flag on Bettendorf. False start.
False start. Offense. 23. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
So that'll back the Bulldogs up 5. Make it a second down and 13 back at the 50-yard line. Bulldogs trying to get back closer to 500. They come in at 2-4. Jeff coming in at 1-5. And Jefferson will end the season with 2 road games. They'll go to Dalzell for the second time this year. They'll get Senior and Hempstead both in Dubuque. And then go to Cedar Falls to close the year. Here's Davis, the quick out. Morrison with the catch. Hit, brought down immediately. Bosco Mawana.
That was a sweet defeating of a block out there, and then the perfect form tackle on the legs.
Third down, long. 3rd and 13 coming up for Bettendorf.
Not sure what they're doing in practice, because every time you practice tackling, you risk injuries, but you can tell that this Jefferson team has really put a lot of emphasis on getting better in the fundamentals of tackling.
From the 50-yard line, 3rd and 13, shotgun snap. Davis gonna throw the out to the near side, incomplete. Threw it in the ground to Morrison. And there was Matheny again. Good job by the sophomore on pass defense right there. And the Jayhawks will force a punt.
Only the second one of the night for the Bulldogs.
Scuppum will come in to punt it away. Line of scrimmage, the 50. Renard back at about the 15-yard line to receive the punt. And Jeff trying to get somebody in there late. Low snap, dug out, and Scuppum got it away. A nice, beautiful spiral. Renard back to the 5, collects it, and must have called a fair catch.
Yeah, he did.
And that's going to be a 45-yard punt with the wind. That was a beauty.
Yeah, Renard needed to let that one go, though.
Yes, he did, because that would have bounded into the end zone. Just with the spiral that it had. 8:39 to play in the 3rd, 17-0 Bettendorf, and Jefferson with the ball. By the way, time of possession in that first half was in favor of the Jayhawks. 13:42 to 10:18. Calero will line up, tail the tandem in the end zone, and Benda will give it to him on the stretch play, coming left, and just got out of there. Tackled for a loss, back to the 3-yard line.
Boy, they set him up so deep. He had to run about 6 yards just to get the handoff at the goal line.
And you know Aaron Wiley made some defensive adjustments at halftime, too. Because Calero was hurting Bettendorf in that first half.
Yeah, he ripped off some nice chunk yardage, but their backs are against the wall right now.
Coming up on 8 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. 10 on the play clock. Second down and a little more than 12 for Benda and the Jayhawks. They'll fake the toss, roll right. Benda going to throw in the flat. Catch made to the 10-yard line as the ball came loose, but they're going to say he was down. As that's the fullback coming out of the backfield, Braden Gaines. And that's going to go out to the 11-yard line. It's going to be a pickup of about 7, making it a 3rd and 5.
Gaines out in the flat as a little safety valve there. Hit immediately as he brought the ball in.
Jefferson has not converted a 3rd down. They'll stack receivers left and right here. Play clock is down to 8. Benda in the shotgun, gets the snap, Here comes the pressure. Going to throw deep down the right sideline and overshot his man, incomplete.
And flags.
Oh, yeah, 2 of them. Austin Robertson, the intended receiver. And they're going to get Xavier Tillman on interference.
So they'll have a 3rd down conversion there, courtesy of the Bettendorf defense.
Defense, number 1, 15 yards from the previous spot, results in a first down.
Jefferson will take it. I thought they might have called uncatchable.
Yeah, that's close, though. I
Thought they might do that on that pass.
When you see 2 flags come in from opposite directions, that's pretty definitive, though.
So the Jayhawks will have it 1st and 10, 26-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And Benda with Cavalero on his right hip. And again, they'll put them in the stack formation. Long count. Benda will get the snap, hands it to Cavalero on the sweep. 25-30, and it's planted right at the 30-yard line. On a gain of 4, Daniel Owens coming up to make the tackle for Bettendorf.
Big Xavier O'Shea out there pulling from his center position, trying to get a few extra yards for Cavalero.
2nd down, 6. Jayhawks down 17-0. Trip receivers to the right, 9 out to the left. Long count. Off the fake. Here comes the blitz. Benda got rid of it. Throws out in the flat. Catch made. Renard is going to lose a couple. Boy, Benda had a free linebacker coming at him. It is going to be a loss of a couple.
Boy, they've just been sending Nainau on deep routes all the time. I think they could really get him the ball. He needs more touches for one thing. And I think they could vary up his routes to try and get him some underneath stuff.
Amir Williams, a sophomore, was in that time for Jeff. It's 3rd and 8 Jayhawks. Clock running with 5:45 to play here in the 3rd. Robinson back into the ball game. 3 in the play clock. Benda will get the snap. Roll short side. Looking to throw. Going to throw upfield. And a diving attempt at an interception. Did he get it?
Yep.
He did.
That's a pick.
Tyler Nielsen comes. No, now they're going to wave it off.
Oh.
They waved it off. Incomplete.
Nearest official ran right down there and signaled that it was an interception. He was overruled.
The back judge came in and said no.
So that'll bring the punt team out for the Jefferson special teams.
And Bartlett's going to have to punt it into the wind here. Yes. Gillis and Williams will drop back to about the 30-yard line. Good snap, and the kick is away. Low end over end, running up, making the catch, 43-yard line. Here comes Williams, back to the 45-40. Look out to the 30-yard line, and tripped over his own man. You see that, John?
Yes, he did.
He stepped on the...
and he's coming up gimpy.
Yeah, he stepped on the back of the leg or shoe of Bronson Ehlers in front of him and came down in a heap. Or that might have been trouble.
Yeah, he's up and kind of gingerly running off under his own power, so he's going to be fine. That was a great return.
29-yard return on that one. So a 30-yard punt and a 29-yard return. Did not yield much there. 1st and 10, Bettendorf at the Jayhawk 28. The little things again.
Yep.
Hurting Jefferson. Davis with the win, back to throw. He's in trouble and sacked. First man to get him was Darius Nixon, the 6'4", 230-pound senior left end. That's going to be a big loss of about 9.
That's something the Bulldogs have avoided all night, too.
And Nixon kind of came scot-free right
Yeah,
there.
he came in untouched. Somebody missed an assignment on that.
So it'll be 2nd down, 19. They'll empty the backfield. They'll throw it out to Whipple coming out of the backfield. 35 up the numbers to the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. So he'll get that 9 yards back on that little swing pass. And we'll set up third down in about 10. At the Jeff 28. 4:10 to play here in the third quarter. 17-0 Bettendorf. Prairie has scored on a blocked punt for a touchdown. And it's
I'll take it.
20-10 with 6 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Davis throws to the near side. Morrison comes back, makes the catch, pushed out of bounds, and going to be close to a first down. And is going to have it. They'll move the chains on the gain of 11.
Boy, they asked their sophomore quarterback, Cannon Davis, to throw some long sideline outs. But he's got the arm to do it.
Yes, he does. And that young man's only going to get better. And he's a pretty good one right now. In the red zone, 1st and 10 Bettendorf, 3:48 to play in the third at the Jeff 17. As trying to put this one away. Handoff Whipple. Big hole left side. 10-5 touchdown.
Untouched.
Spread out the Jefferson defense and went 17 yards untouched for the touchdown. His first one of the year.
Whipple's had himself a nice night. That's the first flash that he's been able to show.
And
courtesy of a gaping hole off the left side of the Bettendorf offensive line.
that might have been the biggest hole we've seen of the year. Scupping for the extra point, and it's good. 3:40 to play here in the third quarter. And Bettendorf now with a 24-0 lead here over Jefferson. We'll take a break. Come back to Kingston Stadium for you after this here on CRM Live Sports.
American Family Insurance agent Kurt Gustafson is committed to inspiring and protecting dreams right here in Cedar Rapids and the surrounding area. He starts by getting to know you and your needs and build a free auto, home, or life insurance quote. By bundling policies, we can often offer a variety of discounts. Whether you're purchasing a car, buying property, managing an investment property, starting a small business, or leaving behind a legacy, we've got your back as you pursue your dreams, and we'll help protect them. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. See Kurt Gustafson Agency of American Family Insurance on Johnson Avenue Southwest, right across from the Johnson Avenue Hy-Vee for more details. First Federal Credit Union is proud to sponsor high school athletics. We understand the hard work and dedication it takes for these students to succeed on the field or in the classroom. At First Federal Credit Union, we work hard every day to listen, solve problems, and are dedicated to finding ways to help you with your financial needs. From home loans to auto loans, checking, or even the best savings rates in town, we're here to help you achieve your goals. Learn more about First Federal Credit Union at firstfedcu.com, member NCUA.
Back at Kingston Stadium, despite what the scoreboard says, it is 24-0, not 27-0. And
we will miss things on occasion, Scott, but we don't miss field goals.
You know, if this was a basketball game or a wrestling meet in the winter,
there would be howling.
Oh, my goodness. Football, you can't howl as much. And we're going to have a false start on Jeff.
False start. Offense, number 1. 5-yard penalty. First down.
They got 9 out for going a little bit early. I cannot believe no one has said it.
Well,
Anything.
the game is not close at this point, and I'm not sure anybody else is noticing.
First thing I noticed. 1st and 15 after the penalty. Off play action. Benda looking to throw. Now escapes the pocket. Will throw on the run upfield. Good catch, Robertson.
Oh, he was 3 yards downfield.
Yeah, he was
though.
over. He was over the line of scrimmage.
It wasn't even close. Benda was 3 yards beyond the
It
line
was a
of
beautiful
scrimmage.
pass, but it's going to cost Jeff 5. And both quarterbacks have been pretty close tonight.
Been a lot of scrambling on both quarterbacks, haven't there?
Yes, there have.
They've extended a lot of plays in this game tonight.
Still says 27-0. So it'll be a loss of down as well.
We're going to have to maybe send a text out to stadium manager Aaron Seeley. She'll get all over that. Aaron will. She'll take care of that.
So we're at 2nd down and 20 now. Jefferson with 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. And Benda in the pistol. 4-man front for Bettendorf. Long count. No fake. No throw. Benda under pressure. Got away and got it out. Oh, Calero got absolutely pummeled after the incompletion. And no flag. Wow. I mean, he got pummeled. And it's 3rd and 20. As Jefferson back on their own, just outside the 10-yard line. Robinson into the ball game. He'll come out wide to the left on this 3rd down play. They'll send Austin Robertson in motion. Benda will hand it off on the delayed draw, and Calero will skip across the 10 to the 12. And trying to get a little bit more room for Bartlett, but into the wind, I don't think it's going to be a big difference maker. Williams back, Twins at the 48 to get this Bartlett punt.
There, they got the scoreboard right. And I did send a text to Aaron.
And I guarantee you she got on it. 24-0. Low knuckleball kick. And we'll take a little bit of a Jayhawk bounce, touched up at the 43-yard line with 2:33 to play.
And once again, Bettendorf will take over in Jefferson territory. This will be the 4th time tonight that they've started a possession in Jayhawk country.
Yeah, special teams. Big part of the game. So 24-0 Bettendorf, and they'll have it. They're actually going to mark it at the 40-yard line. For Cannon Davis and company, he'll hand it off. New running back in there. This is Kendall Kerr, 5'7", 190, and a senior. As he will take it for a couple yards to the 38. So Kerr gets his first carry of the evening.
This is interesting how the Bettendorf offense doesn't huddle, and they don't go up to the line and wait. They go over to about almost to the numbers, and it's just a little different strategy.
Oh, entire team, offensive line, everybody. Still 20-0. Grinnell leading Marion in the second half. Davis going to throw the quick out, and catch made along the sideline. I think that's Hayden Morrison over there. It is, and he'll come up with the catch on the quick out to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, those little quick curl routes have been open all night. Jefferson secondary just given a huge buffer zone.
That's the 7th catch for 99 yards for Mr. Morrison and a touchdown. 3rd down, long yard. They'll put trips in the right side formation. They'll run it that way. Kerr caught, twisted down. Nice defensive play to Marion Clark-Arrington. And that's going to be a loss of a couple. And here comes Mr. Scupham.
Yeah, this is going to be a dandy try. 50-yarder.
Yeah, 50 yards with the wind. As we come up on a minute to play in the 3rd. 52-yarder.
Oh, they did move it back. This would be his longest of the year. He's got a 51.
From 52, middle of the field. Good snap, placement made, kick on its way, end over end, has the distance, but it's off to the right, no good.
Not sure it had the distance either.
It was close.
It was close, though.
So 52 seconds to play. Jefferson dodges that field goal bullet, and they'll get it back. Down 24-0. Scuppam's got a heck of a leg.
And he's got some nice accuracy. He didn't miss that one by much. He kicks a consistent end-over-end ball, too.
Yes, he does.
Sometimes you see, especially in the NFL, those kickers, they get enough English on it that it's curving all over the place.
Yeah, you're right. 1st and 10, Jayhawks. They'll scrimmage from the 20 after the missed field goal. Man in motion coming to the left. They'll run it that way with Calolero with a blocker in front. 30, 35, and twisted out of bounds. At about the 38, maybe? And that should put Calolero over 100.
Another good block out there by O'Shea, pulling. Yeah, well, Calolero's going to have some nice numbers tonight. Be nice if they could let him find the end zone, because he's done just about everything else.
Yes, he has. First down run. And Jefferson on the left hash mark with the 1st and 10, 38-yard line. Could be the final play here of quarter 3. Bend to the throw. Looking left. Stepping up in the pocket. Throws right, short, caught. Coming back to make the catch at the 40-yard line is LJ Nienow. And he'll get it for 3. And see if Jeff will run another play here in the 3rd quarter before we head off to the 4th.
Won't need to if they don't want.
And not in a real big hurry at this point. They'll break the huddle with 10 seconds to go into 3rd quarter. Down to 3, down to 2, down to 1, and they will not get it off. We are through 3. Bettendorf 24, Cedar Rapids, Jefferson nothing. We'll come back with the 4th quarter right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
In your search to locate a good old-fashioned family-owned pizza joint, skip the run-of-the-mill franchise options and head to Roscoe's Pizza on Edgewood Road behind Taco John's. At Roscoe's, the Hunt family is dedicated to providing mouth-watering pizza prepared from the freshest ingredients available. Choose from our 4 delicious styles of crusts, then add your favorite toppings to create your own personal pizza delight. Need a quick lunchtime alternative? Take advantage of Roscoe's Fast and Go noontime specials. And yes, they even offer gluten-free options. For the tastiest local experience, give the professionals at Roscoe's Pizza a call and surprise your family with a one-of-a-kind eating experience today. Spinal Corrective Center, PC, 3800 River Ridge Drive, Northeast in Cedar Rapids. Dr. Gene Kretzinger and Dr. Janet Kuehl provide education to families on healthy living and wellness. If you want to reach optimum health and peak performance levels, or are suffering from injury, pain, and other health problems, the chiropractic care they provide can give you relief and stability. Spinal Corrective Center PC has over 50 years combined experience in chiropractic care. And athletes, let us help you perform at 100% through sports chiropractic care. Call today at 393-3996 to schedule an appointment, or go online at spinalcc.com. Spinal Corrective Center PC, delivering quality chiropractic care for the body to function at its highest level.
4th quarter underway on 2nd down. Vernon Benton to throw. Nienow coming back, makes the catch in traffic, and gets pushed ahead by Armand Williams, and going to get the 1st down on a gain of 7.
I think the Jefferson coaches had the same idea I had. It's get Nienow the ball, but don't send him on those deep routes. Get him some intermediate and short stuff.
10 of 20 now for 107 yards and a pick for Vernon Benda tonight. Through 3 quarters, Bettendorf 244 total yards, Jefferson 216. 1st and 10, 48-yard line. That bunch formation on the right, they'll run it that way. Stop and go, Calolero caught and thrown down. Bronson Ehlers going to throw him down for a loss of about 3. 106 yards, now 103 for Calolero tonight.
Didn't have a chance on that one. He had a bunch of blockers out there in front of him, but great individual effort there by the Bulldog defender.
Second down, 13 from their own 45-yard line. Benda with an empty backfield, 3 left, 2 right. He's back to throw. Going to throw deep middle, overshot his man and intercepted. Second interception. Giles has got his second of the night. Tight roping the sideline and out of bounds. And a flag at the end. And another flag down here, John?
No, that was something dropped by a piece of equipment.
Yeah, Jeff's
but a flag at the end of the play on the sideline.
Yeah, Jeff's going to get a 15-yarder.
Now that's a frustration coming out there.
After the interception.
On the play, dead ball, personal foul. Number 64, Jefferson, will be 15 yards from the end of the play. First down.
It was kind of tough. Yeah, it's frustration, but it was also the returner was right on the sideline and right at the end kind of went about a step out, and then the hit was applied. So Bettendorf will have it at the Jeff 18 with 10:27 to go. And the second turnover, both interceptions. Both by Giles. Here's Davis looking to throw. Got it out there to Hayden Morrison, and a good open field tackle. Tyree Turner brought him down after a gain of a yard. And that puts Morrison to 100.
Turner is impressive in his tackling skills, but you never like it when your leading tackler is in the secondary.
Well, they're going to mark it right at the line of scrimmage, so take away the 100 right there. So it'll be second down and 10. As Bettendorf with this one well in hand. They'll get it to Kerr. Bounces ahead for about a yard. Bettendorf 69 yards rushing, 175 passing after 3 quarters.
And somewhere Tavian Banks is saying, what happened to my Bettendorf offense?
Yes, he is. And a lot of other good tailbacks, too. 3rd and 9 for the Bulldogs. Up 24-0 with 9:15 to play in the ball game. We'll have the Westridge Care Center postgame show at the end of this one for you. Here from Kingston Stadium. They'll empty the backfield out to Kerr. Davis to throw. Stepping up in the pocket. Throws the end zone. Touchdown, Hayden Morrison. Very close again to the line of scrimmage, but I think he was out. He took a wallop.
He did. He went down hard, and he's staggering off to the Bettendorf sideline. Immediately being attended to. Some of the coaches looking at his helmet.
Yeah, but threw the touchdown pass, and Morrison has got that one.
His second of the night.
From 17 yards out. And the extra point on the way. Scuppum puts it up and through. 31-0 Bettendorf with 8:58 to play here in the ball game. We'll come back to Kingston after this here on CRM Live Sports.
At Jersey Mike's, we've offered a sub above since 1956. It starts with bread, fresh baked in our stores every day, topped with quality meats, cheeses, and ingredients sliced and grilled right in front of your eyes. And don't forget to add the juice, the red wine vinegar and olive oil blend that gives a Jersey Mike's subs its exquisite zing. Stop in and visit Jersey Mike's now at their 3 metro locations in the Fountains on the northeast side and on the east end of Marion near the corner of Highways 151 and 13 and Edgewood Road in the Westdale area. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Scott Unash, John Haggerty back with you here at Kingston Stadium, where Bettendorf has put this one away. Second touchdown pass from Cannon Davis to Hayden Morrison. This one covered 17 yards. And it's Bettendorf 31 and the Jayhawks nothing.
Here's one I know you've been waiting for, Scott. Audubon has put 86 points up on Coon Rapids Bayard.
The Crusaders are in trouble tonight. Scuppum with the kick. And this one will bounce at the 3 and just get into the end zone.
Boy, that had eyes to not go in the end zone, and Jeff wasn't going to pick it up.
We have seen that before this year.
Yes, we have, and that's a big major faux pas.
Jayhawks would like to get something on the board here on senior night.
They have started on their own 26 times tonight.
Calolero will be the lone setback behind Vernon Benda, as they'll have it on the 20-yard line, 1st and 10 for Jefferson. And they'll toss it to Calolero. Started left, cut it back to the middle, and brought down after a gain of a couple. As Calolero will go for a couple. Jayhawks will end the year. They'll go to Hempstead next week. Winnable. That is winnable for Jefferson.
Yes, it is. The Cedar Falls finale is not.
No, that Cedar Falls could be a little sketchy. 2nd down from the 22-yard line. They'll put that trip formation to the right and send Calolero in motion. They'll fake the jet sweep. They'll throw in the flat. Robertson came back, got the catch at the 20 and up to the 25 where his knee touched. Wyatt freaking. The number 2 tackler. Haven't called his name a whole lot tonight. He got the stop.
Freking, free king.
Yes. We'll leave it alone.
That's right. Well, just leave it like that.
We'll let it lie. Robertson with the 3rd catch of the night. Jayhawks 1 out of 6 on 3rd downs tonight. 3rd and 5, 25-yard line. And they'll fake it. Benda in trouble. Rolling to the left, caught, brought down. Sack number 3, and that one was Daniel Owens. Tried that little boot action again, which has worked twice tonight.
Yes, it has.
Didn't work there. And that's going to be a big loss of 10. Bartlett to punt. And he will get it away with the win this time, though. Here comes the snap. Got it away. Nice, high, tight spiral. And it will be a fair catch by Williams at the 47. 33 yards on the punt, no return. With 6:50 to play.
This will be the 5th possession of the second half for Bettendorf, and 4 of those 5 possessions started in Jefferson territory.
Special teams have been one of the differences in this one. And Bettendorf's got very good special teams play. 1st down, Bulldogs. Davis back in there. He'll hand it off to Kerr up the middle, and not a whole lot. Got a couple. Wendling in there for Jefferson. And I think that sophomore in there again. I tell you, I like this Adam Matheny. Not afraid to put his head in.
Yeah, he's making some noise tonight.
These are the games that you impress the coaching staff with.
Well, these are also the type of games where sophomores figure out that they can play with the big boys. I mean, all you got to do is look at Uiza Calolero. As a sophomore running back last year, he took some abuse. This year, he's paying big dividends.
Kamarge Richardson's in, a sophomore at one of the corners. Davis going to throw the quick out, and they went right at the sophomore. Catch made up to the 30 and twisted down to the 28-yard line. Jonah Smith on that catch.
Man, this has been Air Bettendorf tonight.
Yes, it has.
I mean, they sprinkle in the rushing, but this is a passing team.
Going to go for 17 on that one. 1st and 10.
You got the good-looking young sophomore looking confident back there. Man, this is going to pay big dividends in the future.
There's the handoff counter. Kerr again off the left side. Cut it up at the 25 and got to the 23-yard line for 5. 5:25 clock rolling. Bettendorf's going to go home with a win. as they lead at 31-0. And this last 5 minutes probably can't go quick enough for Aaron Wiley. Kerr will stay in the backfield. He has senior backup. Now use all the time on the play clock here. I'll throw the quick out. Catch made for a loss over on the far side. David Curry, the tight end. Twisted down. There's Tyree Turner again. Going to be a loss of 3. Like Turner. The one thing on the docket next year for Ed Miles is quarterback.
Well, and speaking of that, he's got Derek Robinson down warming up right now. I think he's going to try and get him a few touches here before this game's over.
The junior. Big shoes to fill of Vernon Benda next year, though.
He won't have the experience, but he's got a live arm, and he's a runner.
On third down, handoff, Kerr up the middle and drags the pile toward the 20. And going to be a couple yards shy of the first down. So it'll be 4th down coming up for the Bulldogs, and no need to tack on any other extra points here.
We'll try another field goal.
Well, I am wrong. You got a shiny new toy. You might as well use it, right? I guess. Mr. Scupham.
He's been a busy man in a lot of respects tonight.
36-yard try here with 3.5 to play. From the right hash mark, placed down. The kick is on the way, and it is good.
Man, that's a sweet kick again.
Scupham with a 36-yard field goal to go along with his 42-yarder. And that makes it 34-0 with 3:25 to play here in the ball game. We'll take a break, come back with the final 3:25 after this here on CRM Live Sports.
The Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building Trades Council represents 18 building trade unions in the corridor. Each union provides skilled workers for construction projects throughout the area. Union workers are highly skilled professionals who are determined to better their communities. The building trades unions are always looking toward the future. Training in registered apprenticeships is available. Visit their website at cricbt.org for more information. The Cedar Rapids, Iowa City Building and Trades Council, committed to getting the job done right the first time.
Jefferson cheer section is still going at it down there.
There's a ton of cheerleaders down there for Jefferson.
Most I've ever seen.
And a lot of guys with the big megaphones making big-time noise.
Line drive, Scupham this time. Will take a hop and picked up 9 out at the 2. Coming down the near sideline to the 20-yard line and out of bounds. And they'll give him to the 24.
Uh-oh. We've got a late flag on a push that a Jayhawk did right in front of the official.
Gaines.
How do you do that right in front of the official? The play's been over for 3 or 4 seconds.
At the 36.
That's just bad brains. I'm sorry.
It's probably going to cost Jeff about 13 yards.
What is the difference at this point?
See if we can find some scores here before we get into the post game here. There's a long discussion going on. Long.
Not exactly sure what to discuss. This was
officials coming over to talk to Ed Miles now. Danville leading Pekin 27-26. Wapsie Valley's beaten East Marshall 34-7. So it'll be undefeated Northland and undefeated Wapsie Valley next week. Up in Fairbank. Prairie made it close, 20-17 the final. Cedar Falls wins it.
wow, they came back. Here's the call.
A dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct. Receiving team, number 32. We have a second dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct, also by the receiving team, number 32. Both of those penalties will be enforced in succession. By rule, number 32 is disqualified for the remainder of the game.
I got two, and you get back-to-back like that.
Oh, Braden Gaines, come on.
Yeah, that's a learning thing right there.
That's just embarrassing. You got to be better than that.
So they'll have it at the 6-yard line with 3:19 to play. And I think, do we have a new quarter? We do. We got a new quarterback, Derek Robinson.
Yeah, we saw him warming up down the sideline, remember?
Yep. New running back for Jefferson as well. And Mr. Robinson will hand it off and pushed out of bounds, and there's another flag. That one's going to be on Bettendorf.
Well, when you get tackled almost in lane 1 of the track, I think that's going to get you a flag every time.
That's going to get you one. Ramonte Moon is the new running back.
And we've got a Jayhawk lineman down, I think.
So Moon will go for 4. And
Dead ball, personal foul, defense, number 44, 15 yards from the end of play.
in defense of the Bettendorf player, I think he just got tangled up and had the guy kind of couldn't let go, but it all counts. Susie Geider's out there, ace trainer for the Jayhawks and Kansas City Chiefs fan. I always tell Susie I've got to put that up there. I also had to say, great job of making the burgers tonight by Tori Myborg.
Tori Myborg on the grill?
He's on the grill tonight. I said we'd get that in for him.
Mark Fiala over there passing the torch maybe, huh?
Or passing the, it's not the torch. It's the flipper.
Mark Fiala, I've gone over to that Northeast concession stand a couple of times this year, and Mark Fiala, he's got one of those nice chairs out there, lawn chair, and he just kind of holds court. He's directing traffic, making sure everybody's doing their job, but he's just having a good old time being out here on a fall Friday night.
Well, I hate to see Drexler limping off, but that is the case. One of the Jefferson's backup offensive linemen that was in there tonight. So Ramonte Moon in there as the tailback on first down. They'll fake it. Robinson to throw. Going to throw deep and incomplete. Trying to get it to Jermaine Robinson. One Robinson to the other Robinson.
You think they've talked about that at all?
Little.
I think so.
And it's incomplete.
Robinson to Robinson. I remember back in the 70s, Jefferson had a Stoker to a Stoker, and they were not related and didn't even spell their names the same.
Stoker to Stoker. Okay. Second down at 10, 25-yard line with 3:04 to play here in the ball game. One setback. Robinson with a long count. And there's a toss to Moon. Collects it. Coming to the left. Ramonte across the 30. Got good yardage. Close to the 35. They've had a lot of success in that toss tonight. And they're going to say move the sticks. First down. Number 11 of the night for Jefferson. Jayhawks. Got Evan Myers in tonight on senior night. He's been running plays in with Sam Williams. First down from the far hash mark with 2:37 to play in the ball game. Robinson in the pistol. He'll get the snap, looking to throw. Going to throw the middle and off the hands of Renard, incomplete. And it'll be second down. More of a runner than Benda is Derek Robinson. Watched him last year, sophomore quarterback on the sophomore squad. And when they played sophomore football.
It's gone the way of the dinosaurs.
Yes, it has. Sophomore football is no more. It's freshman football and then JV and varsity. Second down from the 35. There's the toss. Moon had to wait for it. Got a good block from Robertson. Cut it up. Oh, and he got leveled at the 40-yard line. Parker Pearson came up and made the stop in a big way after a gain of 5.
Monte Moon, he's got some quick feet.
So a third down coming up for Jeff with under 2 minutes to play here in the ball game. And the final game here at Kingston this year for the Jayhawks. 4-man front for Bettendorf. That trip slot formation for Jefferson. Probably going to run it that way, and they will. Here comes Moon. And going to be about a yard short of the first down. And he'll go down at the 44-yard line. No reason not to go for it here with 1:20 and counting in the ball game. Nineowl still out there. LJ will go way out to the left side. That bunch formation again, this time in the right slot. 3 in the play clock. And Robinson will hand it to Moon, trying for the corner, got it. Broke a tackle, still on his feet, 50, down to the Bettendorf 45-yard line. Shifty.
One thing that the Bettendorf defense has kind of slacked off on a little bit tonight is containment. They've had the corner turned on them and been outflanked numerous times by Jefferson. And yet, the Jayhawks have yet to find the scoreboard.
And we're down to the final play of the ball game, more than likely. First down at the Bettendorf 45-yard line. And Robinson to throw. Looking, gonna throw the long out, and it's almost picked off with 9 seconds to play. And if that was picked off, that was going
to the house.
The other direction.
And that would have started the continuous clock.
For the last 9 seconds. That would have been that. We'll have the Westridge Care Center post-game show for you here from Kingston. Get you ready for the big one next week. 9.5 seconds to play. And a high snap. Robinson jumped, brought it down, throws the bomb to 9 now. Over the shoulder, came up with it. Yes, no, maybe.
Yeah, I think he got it.
Yes. At the 6-yard line.
He's slow to get up, but he did make that catch at the 6.
39 yards on the reception. Over the shoulder, Willie Mays style.
2.6 seconds left. Jeff's got one chance to get on the scoreboard here before it's all over.
They've had 2 field goals missed, 1 blocked, 1 missed. 2 seconds to play, barring a penalty, final play of the ball game. Robinson to throw. Looking, throwing to slant, broken up. And that's it.
That's all she wrote.
34-0. Going to be the final score as the Jefferson Jayhawks go down here tonight to Bettendorf. We'll come back with the Westridge Care Center post-game show for you right after this here on CRM Live Sports.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful. Plumbing fixtures, a great variety. Transform your home with Plum Supply. Our kitchen designs are amazing. Our service is priceless. Plum Supply. touch and see. Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
Your search for healthy, fast casual in the downtown is over. Whether it's a quick bite you're looking for or a freshly made smoothie, Stack Wellness Cafe has expanded healthy eating in downtown Cedar Rapids. Business professionals as well as gym goers are singing the praises of our freshly made wraps and breakfast bowls, while the smoothie lover can choose from a variety of nutritious fruit and protein options, including your choice of adding the newest frontline supplements. For a fast, healthy, and convenient downtown option, look no further than Stack Wellness Cafe. Whether you need long-term care or short-term rehabilitation for your elder, one visit to Westridge Care Center and you'll see what has made them one of the finest nursing care facilities in the area since 1992. At Westridge Care Center, our #1 priority is to make all loved ones in our care safe and healthy. Westridge Care Center implements the Eden philosophy to reflect an environment of living as a habitat for humans instead of a place of frailty and waiting. Call 390-3367 to arrange a tour of their privately owned single-entity facility with private rooms with all the amenities. Westridge Care Center, 3131 F Avenue Northwest, Cedar Rapids, and online at westridgecarecenter.com.
We are back at Kingston Stadium. Scott Unash, John Hegarty with you on the Westridge Care Center postgame show, brought to you by Westridge. They're a privately owned facility that offers 24-hour community of care, which ensures that each person feels welcome. And call to learn more about their services or to schedule a tour at 390-3367 and online at westridgecarecenter.com. And it was a game that was 17-0 at halftime, and Bettendorf put 17 more up in the second half here, John, to come away with a 34-0 win. And a sophomore quarterback leading the way. Very impressive for Cannon Davis tonight for Bettendorf.
Yes, he looked very poised out there for the sophomore that he is, but he's got all the physical skills. He's a mature young man, very poised back there. And you're going to hear his name quite a bit in the next couple of years. Aaron Wiley, very short post game there out in the middle of the field with his Bulldogs, and that's an excited bunch that was leaving the field. They're pretty darn happy about this win tonight. And why not? This has not been the season so far that they would have liked to. Only their third win, which is not up to Bettendorf Bulldog standards. But tell you what, that's just a solid win. Good feeling for the Bulldogs. Head down 80 tonight.
Yeah, it is. And it's they know they're still alive. Now, next week is basically, it is an elimination game. 2, 3, and 4 teams going at it when Bettendorf plays Kennedy.
Yeah, kind of two teams going in different directions right now, too.
I would say that is probably the case. Bettendorf ends with Hempstead at home. Very winnable. So they get to 5 and 4 based on what they have played with Prairie, Iowa City West, PV, Dubuque Senior, Cedar Falls. They're going to get in.
I think they will, because no matter what, you just want to be able to say for the rest of your life that you were a playoff qualifier. And it doesn't matter if you get one of the Des Moines metro area teams that
and you will
are going to be vaunted, you know, and you made the playoffs.
Yeah, but they will not take the banner away. It will be there forever, and that's what these teams are going for. So
that's Kennedy's goal too.
Absolutely, and the Cougars are thinking the very same thing. Now, a little bit harder road for Kennedy, going to Bettendorf and then Dallas Center Grimes back here, but still, I think it is possible. It is possible. 34-0, the final score here. We're going to get into the stats and the facts and figures for you here in the Westridge Care Center postgame show. I mentioned it was 17-0 at halftime, and then Bettendorf in the second half putting up some, let's see, 34-17 more. Bulldogs scoring on a Whipple 17-yard run late in the third quarter to make it 24-0. There was a missed 52-yard field goal. Saw more field goal attempts tonight than we've seen all through the season,
and a lot of kickoffs too. I'll tell you what, busy young man Cam Scupham was.
Yeah, he really was. Good leg for that young man. Then it was 31-0. Davis, his second hookup with Hayden Morrison, this one from 17 yards out, and then Scupham a 36-yard field goal to close out the scoring with 3:25 to play in the ball game before Jefferson got a few first downs at the end with Derek Robinson and Ramonte Moore and a lot of the backups to feel a little bit better about this one here tonight. So let's take a look at the final numbers in this one. Our stat recap brought to you by Plumbers and Pipe Fitters, Local 125. UA Local 125 represents the highly trained plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, and HVAC technicians of Eastern Iowa. Find out more by going online at ualocal125.org. How about this? You don't see this very often. Total yardage tonight, 288 to 288. How about that?
I don't know if I've ever heard that.
Jeff, 288. Bettendorf, 288 yards. For the Bulldogs, Cannon Davis, 15 to 23 for the young sophomore tonight. 206 yards and 2 touchdowns. Hayden Morrison came in with 39 catches on the year. He caught 8 more tonight. Actually had 40 coming in. 8 catches, 116 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Whipple caught 3. Brown caught 2 for 40. Gray caught 1. And Curry caught 1 as well tonight. On the ground, it was Ben Whipple, 9 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown. Kerr had 6 carries for 13 yards, and Stecker had 2 carries for 7 yards tonight. 9 first downs for Bettendorf, 5 penalties in the ball game for 45, or check that, 6 penalties in the ball game for 60 yards and 3 sacks. For Jefferson, they had 288 yards as well. Very balanced, 149 and 139 here tonight. For Vernon Benda, his last home game, 11 of 22, 110 yards. Did throw 2 interceptions in the ball game. LJ Nienow caught 4 for 57. Reynard caught 2 for 23. Calolero caught 2. Robertson caught 3, and Gaines caught 1. Robinson came in. He was 1 out of 5 for 39 yards in the ball game. Calolero, 18 carries, 105 yards tonight.
He just gets stronger as the season going on.
Yep, did a nice job, Ueza did. Moon had it 5 times for 34 yards. Benda 4 times for 0. Jeff had 13 first downs and 8 penalties in the ball game for a total of 76 yards. 2 sacks and 2 turnovers here in this one, and the turnovers led to 10 points. Third down conversions, Jeff was 1 of 8, but 2 for 2 on fourth down. Bettendorf was 4 of 9 on third down and 0 for 1 on fourth down. And time of possession, Jefferson had the advantage, 26 minutes and 9 seconds to 21:51 in the ball game for Bettendorf here tonight. So those are your final stat numbers in this 34-0 win for Bettendorf here tonight. Time to pick our play of the game. Our play of the game, as always, is brought to you by Carpenters Local 308. They're dedicated to protecting their workers and provide the best trained workforce available. You can find out more about apprenticeship classes and training at carpenterslocals308.org. And this thing, I think it was somewhat in doubt at halftime, still at 17-0. But then Bettendorf came out and got the big They got the big punt return down to the 28-yard line. That set up the final score with Whipple. Got it to 24-0, and then Jefferson never gave up tonight. Never gave up, but that kind of almost sealed the deal. Right
there was no looking back for the Bulldogs after that.
Yeah, Whipple on a 17-yard run and made it 24-0 at that point. So that'll be our play of the game, brought to you by Carpenters Local 308 here tonight. Our player of the game brought to you by Schumacher Carpets and More. Looking for the best in commercial and residential flooring? At Schumacher Carpets and More, it's the little things that count. Call, visit, or request an online quote from their website, SchumacherCarpets.com. We will see a lot of Millers next week.
Yes, speaking of the Schumacher bosses.
We will see a lot of Millers next week over at Saintsfield. But if we had one for Bettendorf, it's going to Cannon Davis. We know that.
No doubt.
But We are Cedar Rapids based, so we're going to go with Ueza Calolero in this game. The junior tailback is just getting better and better, and really, really like his chances, what he can bring to this team next year.
Yeah, he's had tremendous growth since last season. Tough for the sophomore to come in there under circumstances that he did, but he's done nothing to flinch anywhere along the way. He's gotten stronger. He's gotten bigger. He's gotten faster. And I tell you what, he's pretty fearless out there to go along with all of his God-given abilities.
Yeah, and quick legs, hard to bring down, hard to see in the mass of humanity out there, too. As Ueza Calolero, he is tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Schumacher Carpets and More. We'll take a final break, come back, a final look at the scoreboard. 34-0. Bettendorf with the win. Back after this on CRM Live Sports.
Carpenters Local 308 in Cedar Rapids is a member of the North Central States Regional Council of Carpenters, representing nearly 27,000 members and their families in the upper Midwest. The union is dedicated to protecting and elevating the economic and social conditions of all workers and to provide our industry with the best trained, most productive, and safest workforce available. Carpenters Local 308 is always looking for new workers to join their ranks. Apprenticeship classes and training are available for you to become a skilled worker for your career. More information on Carpenters Local 308 is available at carpenterslocal308.org. Looking for the best in commercial and residential flooring? At Schumacher Carpets and More, it's the little things that count. Family owned since 1987, the professionals at Schumacher have what you're looking for. Whether it is carpet, luxury vinyl plank, ceramic, laminate, or wood, their personal service and quality products set Schumacher apart in the flooring industry. Famous for a relaxed and pressure-free shopping experience, let the experts at Schumacher Carpets and More break down your options with just a simple conversation. Call, visit, or request an online quote from their website today.
Back with you one final time here from Kingston Stadium with a look at our Emil's Hideaway out-of-town scoreboard. Brought to you by Emil's Hideaway, 1st Avenue Southeast in Cedar Rapids. Waverly Shell Rock beats Washington 45-14. And what it mean? Waverly Shell Rock can get into the playoffs, and they're going to have a record under 500, more than likely.
Tough district, though.
Tough district. Very, very tough. Liberty beats PV tonight 28-14.
Boy, PV just underwhelmed this year.
Also tonight, 4th quarter, Independence leading Benton Community 21-20.
Well, that'll be big for Indy.
That would be a big one for the Independence Mustangs. Solon is shutting out Washington, Iowa. That is 42-0 right now. Newton, it was tough, but they beat Clear Creek Amana 31-19. West Branch with 3:07 to play, leading Anamosa 23-3. Dike New Hartford into the playoffs. They beat Vinton Shellsburg, but the Vikings showed up tonight in Dike, 27-15. Marion
Coach
Fall,
Hadachek.
Coach
The resurgence has begun, even though it might not look like it just yet.
It's coming, though.
It is. It's coming.
Yeah, it is coming. Benton has now taken the lead over Indy, 28-21.
Ooh.
Just got that one from Jeff Linder.
Bobcats.
Grinnell has shut out Marion tonight by a score of 30-0. That one over in Grinnell this evening. And let's see if we can get a few more here before we talk about what's coming up next week. We'll switch it over to source number 2 here for this one. DeWitt leading Mount Vernon late in the 4th quarter, 33-24.
Man, I'm having a hard time with that one, but good for DeWitt, you know.
Cedar Falls held on to beat Prairie 20-17. West Delaware 55-0 in the 4th quarter over Charles City. We've gotten 2 scores on this. We had Webster City beating Sioux City Heelan earlier. I think this one's probably more accurate. Sioux City Heelan 28, Webster City 6. Keokuk leading number 9 Mount Pleasant 34-23 in the 4th quarter. Norwalk 38-13 over Ottumwa. That's in the 4th. Dubuque Senior 4th quarter leading Dubuque Hempstead 28-19. And ADM has beaten Glenwood 45-3.
Ouch.
Regina 49-8 over Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont tonight. Van Meter over Des Moines, Grandview 27-13. They are in the playoffs. Beckman 69-12 over Northeast. Dallas Center Grimes we'll see in 2 weeks. Beat Marshalltown on the road tonight 31-3. Winterset shut out Williamsburg 29-0 tonight.
Man, Williamsburg had gotten back on a roll there after starting 0-3, but that's a big setback.
That is a big setback. Ankeny beat up Ames 55-3. Urbandale shut out Des Moines Lincoln 42-0 tonight. You mentioned 87. Montezuma put 82 up tonight. 82-8 over Twin Cedars. Alburnett 47-7 over Monticello. Mac Valley 69-0 over North Cedar. Sorry, Steve Dozier, if you're listening. And Jeff Linder. City High got well tonight, and I kind of figured it would.
First win of the season.
59-14 over Des Moines East.
Took out a little frustration.
Might have let out a little frustration, but City High got on the board before their game with Liberty next week.
And they should.
They should. Speaking of next week, looking forward to this one. 7 nights from tonight, we will be at Saints Field. It will be the Xavier Saints. They had a big lead over Waterloo East at half. And for the district championship against the Decorah Vikings, they'll make the long 2+ hour trip down to Saints Field. And we'll be there next Friday night for that fight for the district championship for home games. Xavier's the #1 team in the RPI right now, and that means they won't leave Saints Field until they go to the Unidome if they can beat Decorah next week.
Yeah, and it's going to be a hummer. I tell you what, if you're going to go out 42nd Street, you better get there early because it will be packed.
Yeah, and looking forward to bringing you that one next week right here on CRM Live Sports. Have a good weekend, John. We'll see you next week.
Yep, great week of football, Scott.
All right, that's going to wrap things up here tonight. Thanks to all our boosters. Thanks to everybody for tuning in to this one. And for John Hegarty, Scott Udash saying so long from Kingston Stadium. Final score was Bettendorf 34 and Cedar Rapids Jefferson nothing. And you've been listening to a sports presentation of CRM Live Sports. And so long from the Bob Brooks Press Box at Kingston Stadium.